Please join Jackson Halverson and Isaiah Christopherson as they play our national anthem. Fans, please direct your attention to midfield, where today's officials and team captains will conduct the coin toss. Also, please welcome to the field today's Dickinson State University Heritage Foundation honorary captains, Amy Shobe and Amy Kreit. Graduating from Dickinson State University in 1995, Amy Shobe has been selected as an honorary captain for our Red, White, and Superhero game, for being a local hero in our community as a teacher at Prairie Rose Elementary. Without teachers like Amy, our community could not be as strong. Amy and her husband Jerry have twin boys named Jake and Luke. Thank you for being a community superhero, Amy. Graduating from Dickinson State University in 2003, Amy Kreit has been selected as an honorary captain for our Red, White, and Superhero game for being a local hero in our community as a nurse at St. Luke's Home in Dickinson. Without nurses like Amy, our community could not be as strong. Amy and her husband Tim have 3 children, Jevin, Claire, and Anna. Thank you for being a community superhero, Amy. Please give Amy Shobe and Amy Kreit a big blue hot round of applause.
Back everyone to the Beeview Activity Center on the campus of Dickinson State. A beautiful September Saturday afternoon, a little bit breezy out of the southeast, probably in that 15 to 25 range, but our temperature climbing up towards at 80-degree mark. Another great crowd, massive crowd at the tailgate again today, but big crowd at the football game. The white-clad Wisconsin-Stout Blue Devils across the way, blue-clad Blue Hawks right below us. Jimmy Dahl, non-conference matchup, the final one of the season for Dickinson State. They gone 2-0 thus far. Wisconsin-Stout 0-1, their second ball game. They had a great game last year. I think it ended up 24-21. Dickinson State in Menominee, Wisconsin. Should be another good one today.
And, of course, the Dickinson State going to Mayville last week had an outstanding defensive effort. Didn't give up any points defensively. Held Mayville State to under 100 yards in total offense. I believe it was about 5 first downs. And, of course, they had a good performance in the season opener the week before against Rocky Mountain College. So Dickinson State's defense has gotten off to a great start this year. Offense has kind of had some inconsistency so far this season, but still averaging 36 points per ball game in the first 2 games. So both sides of the football are getting things done are the Blue Hawks, and they'd like to see that continue today as they play their second and final non-conference game and get into a bye week next week, and then back at home with a conference game against Jamestown in a couple of weeks. But the Hawks, a good start to the season. Winning that first one against Rocky Mountain College was big. It's been a while since the Blue Hawks started off 1-0, and now they're at 2-0, hoping to go 3-0 heading into the bye week. And the Blue Hawks are going to kick the football to start the ball game, and so we'll see that offense of Wisconsin-Stout, a team that struggled running the football last week. Their leading rusher last week was the quarterback Moen, who had about 60 yards rushing. And I know Coach Stanton touched on it on our pregame show that he does do some running out of the pocket and as a part of their running game as well. So Blue Hawks are going to have to be mindful of what the quarterback does, whether it's from the shotgun, dropping back to pass, or running the football himself.
All right, well, Dickinson State won the coin toss deferred. They'll take the wind here in the first half. They'll kick off to the north end, and Stout will move the Blue Devils to the south end. Again, just about underway, right about on time. 1 o'clock Mountain Time will be the kickoff, the official kickoff time, and we're ready to go to work. Chase Miller will boot it into the end zone, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Miller having a great year kicking the football again, the all-conference performer last year, and Chase doing a great job again this year for Dickinson State University. So Stout will take a look. Moen will be your quarterback, 6'3", 195. Hughes will be the main running back. We'll see a little bit of Tackleman also in the backfield. And Zozuka, again, Corcoran, and Tucker Hawkinson will be two guys to keep an eye on. Corcoran is really a great athlete. He had a big game last year, number 8 on his jersey. He is a good football player for Wisconsin-Stout. Again, ready to go. They'll work out of the pistol formation this time, so they'll go pistol to begin the ball game. Moen will take the snap, ball at the 25. Our first play of the football game underway, and it's a straight ahead handoff. Big hole up the middle to the 40-yard line and out across the 42. The ball pops loose, but it'll be a pickup on the play. Where did they spot it down? 16 yards. So Hughes, I think, rushed for 15 last week. Gets 16 on his first carry, and Wisconsin-Stout's got their first down of the ball game.
And the right side of the offensive line for the Blue Devils did a great job. It got a huge opening in that right side of the offensive line and gave Hughes a big spot to run through.
Again, 1st and 10 at the 41, and there's a drop back. Plenty of time. Now he scrambles. Now he looks. Now he's just going to throw it away. Good coverage by Hartwell downfield. The intended receiver, Zozuka, the sophomore, couldn't even get close to it, so it goes incomplete.
Well, Zozuka just kind of sat down at about midfield, and then when he saw his quarterback break containment, he went up the field, and the quarterback, Moen, just threw it behind him and out of bounds. And brings up a 2nd down and 10 for the Blue Devils.
Well, Anderson, Dahlgren, and Anderson, Matt and Wyatt Anderson up front in that defensive line. No relation, but they have had solid seasons thus far. 2nd down and 10. Again, Moen with the snap. Again, there's Kerry again, this time short game out to the 42. Good hit down there. A couple of guys coming up, and Hartwell, I think, was the main guy with the tackle, so we'll give Hughes a pickup on the play of 1.
And the right side of the offensive line got a little bit of a hole, but Hartwell able to fill that hole and get the tackle for just a gain of about a yard to bring up a 3rd down and long.
New back into the ball game for, oh no, it looks like they're going to go, nope, it looks like Moen will stay back there. We've got a new running back in the backfield. We'll check that momentarily. That's the wide receiver, Corcoran, the guy we were talking about, that does a little bit of everything. Play clock winding down at 5 seconds, down to 4. 3rd and 9 at their own 42 for Stout. First series of the ball game. Back on the flat, it's going to be complete, but well short of 1st down yardage. Back on the coverage that time for Dickinson State. Looks like Caleb Risk maybe. Maybe let's double check that on the coverage. That might have been, number 28, Cooper McLaughlin. So the pass play, they needed 9, and they got about 6 on the pass play, and it'll bring up a punting situation.
And good coverage that time by McLaughlin as the receiver had to come back to make the catch on the far sideline, and McLaughlin right behind him to force him out of bounds and bring up the punting situation for the Blue Devils.
Oh, Dickinson State will get the ball back. High end over end punt, and it's going to carry down inside the 30, go out of bounds. Short punt into that win at about the 27. So you tack on the 8 yards, and then you add another 23, about a 31-yard punt. And Dickinson State will go to work 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line. No score on the CHI St. Alexius South scoreboard, Dickinson State and Wisconsin-Stout.
Will Madler coming out. He's had an efficient year thus far. He's only thrown for 318 yards, but he's thrown for 4 touchdowns and run for 2 touchdowns as well. So not a big arm here in the early going, but we expect Madler to kind of pick things up.
Dickinson State will go twin receivers near side. They put the man in motion this time to the near side. They're going to run across the middle. They got the big tight end Hool. He's at the 40, at the 45, at the 50, and into this young man out of six-man football. And he has played a big role for Dickinson State. He had pick up from the 27 of Dickinson State, and they put it down at the 48. Pick up of 25 yards on the play.
And of course, Dickinson State a little light at that tight end position with Galen Brantley, the veteran, hurt and not out for the season. And then Gage Gilbert got hurt in the Rocky Mountain game. And Caden Hool has kind of been forced into that tight end position, and he's really done a nice job in his performance for the Blue Hawk offense.
We'll see Chase Crockett, the redshirt freshman in Glendive. He had a nice ball game last week. Some pressure, but he gets away from it, throws it downfield, and he's got another receiver underneath that time, and that is C.J. Stinson, who's had a great start to the year for Dickinson State. And Stinson will haul that one in, a positive gain of 6 yards, and it'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, last week against Mayville State, the Blue Hawks really had a tough day running the football. So Coach McCarville's come out and thrown the football in the first 2 plays, maybe open things up offensively. That first play, they ran a play action on that pass to Hool, and this time just a nice crossing pattern to Stinson.
When you look at Stout, they got about 7 guys right up on the line of scrimmage, and there's a handoff to Zurab. Oh no, that's not a handoff. Madler kept it. I thought he gave it to him, but he did not, and he goes down. So a great defensive play that time by the Stout front. That'll be a loss where they put it back to, all the way back to about the original line of scrimmage. Well, that'll be a loss on the play of 6 for Madler, and bring up 3rd down and 10 now for Dickinson State. At the 49 of Stout.
Stout just crowded that line of scrimmage and brought some backers right in the gaps, and they were able to get into the backfield before Madler could even look downfield in the passing attack.
2nd down situation, or 3rd down, 3rd and 10. Madler back to pass. He's looking downfield, got some time. Now he scrambles away, gets away from the pressure. Now he picks it up. Now he's got room. He's across the 45, the 40, inside the 40. He's just a little bit shy of 1st down yardage. See where they put it down at.
They're going to put it at the 40, so he'll be about a yard short, and we'll see what Coach Stanton wants to do.
In fact, inside the 40, he's about a length of a football short, so we'll call that a 10-yard scramble by Madler. They'll bring up 4th, and we'll call it 1 at the just shy. Well, they'll call it the 30. Now, the way they've got it, it looks like a 1st down. I think Pete Stanton will want a measurement, but we'll call it 4th and 1 at the 39 of Wisconsin-Stout. Madler underneath center. Keeps the football under low. He goes to Zuroff, and Zuroff just powers his way straight. I don't think he got it. Let's wait and see where the spot is.
Well, where the officials are coming in, it's going to be shy of the 39, and they had to get just inside the 39. So a great stop for the Stout defense.
So Zuroff comes up with, we'll call it a yard gain, but it was a short yard instead of a long yard. And Dickinson State will turn the ball over on downs to Wisconsin-Stout.
Well, Madler went under center, and I thought maybe they'd just go with the quarterback sneak, but they decided to run the football with their talented running back, Zuroff, and he was unable to get any push up front. And the Blue Hawks turn it over on down, so both teams get a 1st down and then turn the ball over. Stout punted it. The Blue Hawks turned it over on down.
So 1st and 10, 39-yard line. There's the handoff, left side, and hitting in the backfield. Coming up and making the hit. This guy's been outstanding this year. That linebacking crew, that's Dylan Dahlgren, actually a DN linebacker, but he drops him right at the line of scrimmage. So no gain on the play that time for Stout, and it'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 for Stout at their own 39-yard line.
Dahlgren made the initial hit, and then Brooks Talbot, who's also having a good start to his season, came and finished things off.
There's a straight ahead handoff up the middle, not much doing there. Down below on the pile that time, there's Matt Anderson making the initial hit. Got a little bit of help from his friends. That goes from the 40 to the 42 to pick up the 2 on the play. Make a 3 on the play. We'll bring up 3rd down and 7 for Stout at their own 42-yard line.
And on your feet for this
Again,
Blue
home
Hawk
ready
3rd
at
down.
quarterback. Like I said, he can run, so we'll keep an eye on him. Now they bring Corcoran, the wide receiver, back into the backfield. Now Moan looking to the sideline. Is he going to come underneath center? Nope, he's going to drop back. So it'll be an empty backfield now. They'll go trips to the far side. Twins right below us in front of the DSU bench. Moan drops back. Here comes the pressure. He's got all kinds of time. He airs it out. Passes downfield. It's going to be hauled in. Let's wait and see. Yep, they say it's a catch down there. So that's going to be hauled in by number 12 for Zuzukli, and he comes up with the catch, and that's a big pickup from the 42 of Stout to the 34 of Dickinson State. 24-yard pickup.
And the football kind of held up, and Zuzukli was able to come back and make a catch in front of the defensive back. So nice adjustment for the wideout for Stout.
34-yard line of Dickinson State for Stout. No score. 8:45 left to go. First quarter. Again, that little swing pass out on the flat, a little one-on-one, and hit at the 30 and dropped at the 29. That'll be a pickup of 5. Just a naked screen to the wide receiver that time for Wisconsin-Stout. That is Devontae Evans, and it goes for a 5-yard reception.
Jaden Hartwell came up and made the tackle, but the receiver Evans had some room to begin with and got a nice gain on first down, brings up a 2nd down and 5 for the Blue Devils.
At the DSU 29-yard line. A little bit of a different look now. Moan lines up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys behind him. They break out of that stack. Come Twins near side, slot man to the far side. Again, long count back in the backfield is used as the running back. There's a handoff. Nope, Moan's going to keep it. He turns the corner, breaks the tackle to the outside, and he's tripped up. Good open field tackle that time, but not for Moan. What did he pick up? Yardage down inside the 25 to the 23. A pickup on the play of 6 on the play for Moan, and that'll be a first down for the Stout Blue Devils.
And Jaden Hartwell came up from his cornerback position to make the tackle. Otherwise, Moen had all kinds of room down the sideline, and maybe a touchdown-saving tackle by Hartwell, but Stout comes up with the first down at the 23-yard line.
Moen again, used to his right. Shotgun formation, long count. Nope, new running back in there. He gets the corner. He breaks the tackle. He's inside the 20 down to about the 18-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 5. Again, looked like number 23, I think. Is that 23?
No, I believe 26.
26, okay. That is number 26, Nelson. And we'll give Nelson a pickup of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 5 at the 18 of Dickinson State. Momentum right now with Wisconsin-Stout after stopping Dickinson State at the 39 of Stout on 4th and inches. They've marched from the 39 down to the 18 of Dickinson State. Again, Moen with a long count this time. There's a little delay. Pass out in the far sideline will go incomplete. They tried to swing it out that time to Corcoran, but missed the connection. Moen now 2 of 4 for 30 yards in this football game, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 5 for Stout at the Dickinson State 18-yard line.
And it looked like Corcoran maybe turned his head and looked upfield before making the catch as the ball went off his hand. So a break for Dickinson State, and it's a 3rd down and 5 for the Blue Devils. And going into this wind, kind of a crosswind, be interesting to see if Stout would go for it on a 4th down or possibly kick the field goal into the wind.
Bazooka, Evans, and Corcoran, your wideouts. Corcoran will come in motion. There's that little swing pass. They've got it set up, and he can't hang on to it. He had some room. Now, Hartwell was coming up, so it would have been interesting, but it wasn't a great pass, and trying to hang on to it was Corcoran. Went off his hands, kind of off the pads, and then kind of to the ground. Ball's incomplete, and the field goal unit's going to come on for Wisconsin-Stout.
Well, on that play, the receiver's running away from the quarterback, and it's tough to adjust it. The ball isn't right on the hands in front of you, and it was a little bit high, so Corcoran had to adjust to try and make the catch and just really never got balanced on the jump to make the catch, and it'll be about a 35-yard field goal for Stout.
So it looks like Luke Kuhl will attempt it. Left hash mark, placement down. Kick's got plenty of distance to get through the uprights. Nope, it did not. It's no good, wide to the left, so the kick not good. And Dickinson State comes up with a stop. Wisconsin-Stout's 8th play, the field goal attempt of 35 yards is wide left, and the Blue Hawks will get the football back on the CHI St. Alexius South scoreboard. No score. Dickinson State and Wisconsin-Stout.
It just looked like Kuhl, the place kicker, kind of overcompensated for that wind as he was kicking into the wind and just kicked it a little bit too far to the left. So a break for Dickinson State as they'll get the football back at their own 20-yard line.
All right, ready to go to work will be the Blue Hawks. Their last series for Dickinson State had some success throwing the football. 2 of 2 for 31 yards, but rushed for only 11 yards, and they'll go to work at their own 20-yard line. Madler puts Gunlack in motion from left to right, trips formation to the right. The far side, near half mark, it is Stinson. Ready to go to work. Big wide receiver. They're going to get Zuroff on the handoff. Can he break a tackle? He dives from the 20 out to about the 24. That is something Pete Stanton alluded to several times in the pregame of coffee. They have got to get the running game going with Braden Zuroff, and teams have just really, they saw what Braden did last year, and just load up that line of scrimmage, and Dickinson State trying to get something going up front, and that time they picked up 4, so 2nd and 6.
And Houle and Crockett, 2 tight ends on this formation for Dickinson State.
You think they want to run the football with the 2 tight ends? Let's see what they do. Stinson goes to the right, back to the left, and Madler looking that way. Now he looks to the outside. He's got Zuroff out there. He breaks 1 tackle, but that's going to be it. He's going to be dropped for a loss on the completion. So that pass play will be a reception of a -2 yards for Dickinson State, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and about, let's call it 8, 3rd and 8 for Dickinson State. And the ball spotted at the 23-yard line of Dickinson State University.
And Stout had good coverage downfield as Madler didn't have anybody to throw it to downfield, so just swung it out to the running back Zuroff. Zuroff tried to make a move, but the defender came up and tackled him for a loss of about 1.5 yards.
Clark and Stinson wide below us here on the twin formation set for Dickinson State. Madler drops straight back. He's got time. Looks across the middle. Oh, he had Stinson wide open, and Stinson would have had easy 1st down yardage at the 42 of Dickinson, or 37 of Dickinson State. Right on the hands, right through the hands, and it's an incompletion. And the Blue Hawks will punt the ball back now. Pete Stanton likes to play the percentages when you have the wind at your back. 5:17 left to go. And the Hawks have been unable to make any movement against the wind with the wind in this first quarter. Madler 3 of 4 now for 29 yards in passing. Hawks just 1 first down. There's a punt, nice high end-over-end punt. It's going to hit. Now they're going to get away from it. It'll bounce at about the 35. Take a nice Dickinson State roll inside the 20. The line of scrimmage is all the way back at the 22, and it's finally down to what, about the 10-yard line? Well, that's about a 40. That's about a 68-yard punt if my math is right on that. 68-yard punt in the football game. Nice job that time by Dickinson State. Doing the punting for the Blue. I think that was Nelson punting, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was. So Nelson with a Dickinson Eye product with a 68-yard punt. And Stout again will take over at their own 10-yard line with 5:02 left to play in the first quarter. No score. Dickinson State and Mayville State. Stout so far 11-yard, or let's double check that, 31 passing, or 31 rushing, 30 passing. Good balance for them, and they take over 1st and 10. Again, at the quarterback position, the handoff goes on the left side and straight ahead about to the 10, and that's about it. I think Moan just kept it that time.
Yeah, he ran Corcoran on the jet sweep, faked it to him, and then kept it and went right back up the middle and got no gain on the play. So good job by the Blue Hawk defense to hold steady and keep an eye on where the football went, as Moan with the fake of the jet sweep and then came up the middle for no gain.
4.5 left to go first quarter. No score with Division III Wisconsin-Stout, NAI, Dickinson State here at the back, the Bijou Activity Center. Again, Adam Moan, the junior quarterback, drops back, rolls to his left, scrambles, throws it out in the flat. He's got a receiver right at the line of scrimmage, incomplete. Excellent coverage out there. Let's number that guy up for Dickinson State as he comes back. Number 10, and this is a guy that had a great game. Wilms did a good job on that play for Dickinson State.
3rd down.
See that okay, Jim?
Yeah.
Okay. So 3rd down and 10 at the 11. Moan again will work with the empty backfield. So the empty backfield, they got some movement there. We got a flag, I think, do we? Yeah, offside Dickinson State. And it's, well, there's going to be a sack. Number 50 in there for Dickinson State, making the hit Wyatt Anderson, but it won't stand. That right defensive end came offside for the, I think he did anyway. They let the play go, so that usually means offsides. I don't know if there was any movement by Wisconsin-Stout or not, but we'll let the officials decide that. Offside, so it'll bring up a 2nd and 5 at the 16. 3rd and 5, excuse me, at the 16. Stout in their own territory, but they get new life. That was a sack. That would have been our first ENG lending sack of the ball game. So Stout will bring in a whole new set in the backfield. They bring in number 26 now into the backfield, and that is Dylan Nelson, a running back, a sophomore at 5'11". He'll stay in the backfield with Moan. They'll work out of the pistol. They'll stack up a kind of triangle. Now they split it out a little bit, so they go wide far side. Little one-on-one on the coverage out there. That's the way Moan's looking. There's the pressure, and he's just going to throw away. Great pressure. Who came in that time for Dickinson State? Number 20, there he is, Chris Kitzler. I call him the blitz specialist, and he just came in untouched, and Moan had to just toss the football away, and it'll go incomplete, and the Hawks should come out of it with pretty good field position with Stout passing or punting into the wind.
What a break for Dickinson State with the incomplete pass stopping the clock, so the Blue Hawks will get the football back in pretty good field position. Don't need to use a timeout to save time on the clock as 4:01 remains and the clock stopped here late in the first quarter.
Well, it has been a battle of defenses here in the first quarter. Neither team's offense having much success. Here's the punt, high end over end punt. Nice punt actually into the wind. Fair catch signaled for by Hunter at midfield. So that ends up being a 34-yard punt into that about 25 mile per hour wind. So nice job by the punter that time for Wisconsin-Stout, Ben Carls, and he did a good job. And Dickinson State will go to work right at the 50-yard line with 3:55 remaining to play in the first quarter. Both teams trying to bust out of some offensive woes here in the first quarter. No score on the CHI St. Alexius Health scoreboard.
And a smart play that time by Carson Hunter to come to the sideline and make the fair catch and not chance it bouncing and getting a roll like the Blue Hawks punt did last time.
Again, Madler has Zuroff to his right, trips to the far side with the man in the slot. They're going to fake it to Zuroff. They look across the middle. Oh, they got the man wide open. There's Stinson. He's at the 25, and he's inside the 25. The helmet comes off, so he'll have to check out. Let's see where they put it down at the 22. So that's a 28-yard pickup on first and 10 on the pass completion to Stinson.
Stinson, a nice pattern that time, just got between the two defensive backs and found a little gap, and Madler put it right on the hands, and the Blue Hawks set up first and 10 at the Wisconsin-Stout 22.
28-yard gain, 4 of 5, 47 yards passing for Madler here in the first quarter. He drops back out of the shotgun formation, all kinds of time. There's Houle, the tight end, wide open at the 15, and he fights his way down close to the first down marker. Let's see where they put it down. So Houle comes up with the catch. It's going to be a first down or not?
I think he's going to be about a yard shy.
Okay, we'll call that a 9-yard reception then.
But a nice job by Houle, and a big target at 6'5", 250, and made the catch, got a good gain on first down, brings up a second down and short.
Second and short at the 14, second and 1 at the Stout 14. Oh, fumbled. Who got on top of it? I think Stout did. Let's wait and see. Well, they're saying they have it. Dickinson State says they have it. Let's see where Madler's at in the shuffle. He's staying out there. So I'm thinking Dickinson State has it.
Well, that time I don't think Madler ever really got a good handle on the football as he kind of bobbled it, and then when he turned to hand it off to Zuroff, it just bounced away. And so it goes from a 2nd and 1 to a 3rd and about 3.
So 3rd and 3, the ball spotted down at the 16-yard line. 2:20 left to go. Dickinson State nothing, Wisconsin-Stout nothing. Hawks right now, great opportunity. Let's see if Madler and crew can pick up a first down. They have to 16, have to get to the 13 of Stout.
Stinson back in after having to sit out a play after losing his helmet on that last reception.
Madler looks out of the backfield. He's got all kinds of time. He's going to go across the middle. He's got his receiver inside the 15 and making a tackle down to about the 8-yard line. Let's get a number on that young man. Is that 18? Is that Zuroff?
Nope, Meneke.
Kyle Meneke, number 16. So that will go from the 16 down to the 8, an 8-yard reception. Good read and a good throw by Madler again.
And a great job by that offensive line. Gave Madler all kinds of time and finally found Meineke downfield to get the catch and the first down inside the 10.
They're at the 8-yard line of Wisconsin-Stout. A minute and a half left to go, just straight ahead that time. Zuroff in very little yardage, maybe got to the 7. We'll give Zuroff a pickup of 1 on the play. So 1-yard pickup for Zuroff. Timeout, Wisconsin-Stout.
Dickinson State.
Oh, Dickinson State wants a timeout. So the Blue Hawks will take a timeout. A minute 13 remaining to play first quarter. CHI, St. Alexius Health scoreboard. Dickinson State nothing, Wisconsin-Stout nothing. We come back. 2nd and goal at the 7 for the Blue Hawks. Will return in 30 seconds.
Your path might start at daybreak, getting everyone in their place. You may step out of bounds or even out on your own. There will be big leaps forward and small steps focused on the grind. No matter what it looks like or where it goes, your path is personal, and that's what makes it powerful. Brevera Bank, Insurance and Wealth. Forge your path.
That last completion, 6 of 7, 64 yards. Zurup with that 1-yard run has given the Blue Hawks only 16 yards of rushing in this football game, so it'll be 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
It'll be interesting to see if, as we go along, the Blue Hawks struggle running the football up the middle. If the Hawks maybe try and get Zuroff to the outside and use his speed to the outside to get some yardage.
Let's see Trey Swanson out of beach, I think, in at that left tackle for Dickinson State. Rollins got the start there. Zuroff on the carry, cuts inside. He's at the 5, and that's all the further he's going to go. They cut him down in a hurry, so that'll be a pickup of 2 for Zuroff. That'll bring up a 3rd down and goal at the 5-yard line. 1:05 remaining to play. Dickinson State nothing, Wisconsin-Stout nothing. Back into the ball game comes Clark. Samaj Clark, the junior wide receiver for Dickinson State.
Well, the Blue Hawks on that last play had both tight ends, Hool and Crockett. Now they're going to bring Crockett out, and Stinson comes back in.
So ready to go to work. Crockett comes left to right. Ready to go to work, Madler. Long count by Will. Straight drop back. Here's the pressure across the middle. He's got a man open. It's intercepted. The ball comes loose. And then it's going to go in. Oh, it's a touchback, excuse me. So they tried to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Well, again, the offense is thwarted by the defense. The Hawks a nice drive, but can't get it into the end zone. And on the turnover, the interception gives it back to Wisconsin-Stout.
And that time Madler was looking in the back of the end zone, trying to hit Clark coming across the back of the defensive back. Made a nice play to get out in front and get the interception. Give Stout the football back with just under a half minute remaining, though. Probably run just one play and run the clock out and then switch ends, and Stout will have the win for the first time here in the first half.
About a half minute remaining in the first half, or the first quarter of the first half. Moan will put a man in motion. That is the running back Hughes, and he's just going to keep it. He's going to be hit at the 20, falls forward to about the 22. We'll give Hughes a pickup on the play of 2, and that should be the final play of the first quarter. Dickinson State, I don't think, will waste the time out here. So that'll bring an end to our first quarter of play. And on the CHI St. Alexius South scoreboard, it'll be Dickinson State nothing and Wisconsin-Stout nothing, as they'll let the clock run out with the Blue Devils. We've gone through one. It's goose eggs galore. Dickinson State nothing, Wisconsin-Stout nothing. We'll be back in 1 minute on KDIX.
When is a speed bump a good thing? When it's a free speed bump from Consolidated. Now, for a limited time, you can get a free bump in your internet speed to 1 gig to try for 3 months. Even if you currently have 100 meg, you can bump that speed all the way to 1 gig for no additional charge. It's a free upgrade that only comes once a year, so call now and get in on the free speed bump. Call Consolidated at 483-4000.
Hey folks, it's Rob Wilkinson, Danport Motors 58601, and we are excited. The all-new 2024 and 2025 models have hit the ground. Look at this new Tacoma, brand new design, lots of power. We even have interest rates as low as 1.9 on select models. The all-new Honda Pilot has also hit the ground, and it's quieter and more comfortable than the last one. Come on out and see us at Dan Porter Motors, where your trade values are still sky high. And remember, free car washes for life at Dan Porter Motors 58601.
Dickinson State, 16 rushing, Stout 33, the Hawks 64 passing, Madler 6 of 8, 64, no touchdowns, 1 interception, and Moan has hit on a total of 2 of 7 for 30 yards, total yards 80 for Dickinson State and 63 for Stout.
And that interception by Madler, that was his first interception thrown this season, as he had not thrown an interception in the first 2 games of the season, and that one the first, and kind of an untimely time to have it as the interception in the end zone.
So the shot clock or game clock will go. Pete Stanton wanted the, I call it shot clock, but it's actually the play clock timing, and he didn't get it. So they go to Moan. Nope, they go straight ahead. A nice carry. That'll go for about 8 yards. I believe, let's check it. Is that 0 out there with the football? Let's wait and see. Yep, it is. So nice gain by Hughes as he will go for 8 yards. Should be a first down, make it 9 yards, and it is a first down for Wisconsin-Stout. Their 4th first down. The Blue Hawks have 3 first downs. Both teams with 3 in the first quarter. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line for Wisconsin-Stout. Their own 30. And just underway here in the second quarter, no score. Long count this time by Moen. There's the snap. Fakes the handoff. There's a pressure. He's hit as he throws it, but he's got a man wide open. Devontae Edwards down the sideline. He's all the way inside Dickinson State territory to the 35, then dives forward to the 33-yard line. 17, that's a 34-yard reception on the pass play to Evans.
Evans just got lost as he was wide open. There wasn't a blue jersey within 5-6 yards of him and made the catch and quickly turned upfield, went up the right sideline and got inside the 35-yard line. So the Blue Devils are knocking on the red zone.
So again, they're trying to get into Dickinson State territory, and they did that time. Big hole again. All of a sudden, like Wisconsin-Stout has spotted something inside that interior between the guard, center, and guard, and they've opened up a couple of big holes on the carry that time. Again, Hughes will rush for about, let's call it 6 yards on that play.
And the right side of the offensive line is where the Blue Devils have had their success running the football, that time between the guard and the center on the right side.
2nd and 4 at the 22 of Dickinson State. No score. Just underway in the second quarter. Evans will come wide to the near side. They'll go twins formation near side. Moen takes his time at quarterback. A long count. There's the snap. He's looking across the middle, looking out in the flat. He's going down there. He's got a man open, but good coverage. That was nicely covered up that time by Medlock, who had a great game last week in Mayville. The intended receiver that time out of the slot position looked like the tight end, maybe number, I want to say 34 or 35. 34, I think, or maybe 38 Hammond, but it goes incomplete. 3 of 9 now, 69 yards passing in the football game for Moen. It'll bring up 3rd down, or 2nd down, and about, we got a penalty. What do we have there? Must have been a holding penalty. Apparently they step it all the way back, so the pass will not count, so it'll be 3 of 8 for 69.
Well, the intended receiver that time was Bauer, the fullback, as he got open in the flat and just a little bit overthrown by Moen.
So it'll bring up a 2nd down and 14 now at the 37 of Dickinson State. Again, long count. There's the snap. Moen's just going to keep it and run, and he's got nowhere to go. Good open field tackle that time. Coming up defensively for Dickinson State, Jackson Willems, the linebacker, and he makes the hit. And that'll be a loss from the 37 back to about the 38, a loss of a yard on the play.
Like I said, the Blue Devils' offensive running game has been successful to the right side. That time they ran left, and the Blue Hawks able to stop it up for no gain and bring up a 3rd down and long.
So 3rd down and long, 15 at the DSU, 38. Moen again puts trips to the far side. He's got Corcoran in there, Suzuka in there in the receiving corps for them, and also it looks like Leckler will check into the ball game. Leckler checks in as a wide receiver. Moen again, this time some pressure across the middle, but he's got a man wide open. There's that guy we were talking about, Corcoran, and he's down to the 20, and that's enough for a first down. That'll be a pickup of 17 on the play. So 17-yard reception to Corcoran, 4 of 9 now. Total of 87 yards passing, and that is the 5th first down for Wisconsin-Stout. So a big pass play on 3rd and 14.
And it looked like Corcoran was going to be about 3 yards short of first down yardage, but able to muscle himself down to the 21 and get the first down, and a 3rd down and long conversion for the Blue Devils.
Again, Wisconsin-Stout, Dickinson State, remember they have 11 sacks. They have put pressure on Rocky Mountain and Mayville State, but haven't been able to get to Moen in this ball game at all. So we'll keep an eye on that. That might be a key storyline. There's that little fake of the handoff, and there's the swing pass and pickup on the play to about the 18-yard line. That'll be a pickup on the play of 3. This is just a quick little swing pass out on the flat that time to number 82 for Stout, and that is Hawkinson, a wide receiver, so a 3-yard reception.
And on the tackle,
and a 2nd down and 7. 2nd down and 7. 50% in the completion rate. 5 of 10 for 90 yards. No touchdowns, no interceptions for Moen. And it'll be 2nd down and 7 at the 18 of Dickinson State. Again, Wisconsin-Stout trying to get into the end zone. The Hawks were inside the 5 and had the interception. Now Stout driving. There's a little handoff down the middle and nothing doing. Good open field tackle that time. Matt Anderson, the Jamestown product, he's having a solid first half, Jimmy.
And he's had a good career for Dickinson State, the senior, at 6'4", 280, and just really able to fill up the hole and drop Hughes for no gain and bring up a 3rd down and 6.
All right, 3rd and 6 for Stout. The ball spotted at the 17 of Dickinson State. Well, they've hit a couple of 3rd downs. That big pass play the last time to Corcoran. We'll keep an eye on him. Let's see where he goes. He'll come out to the, actually he's not even in the ball game, so it'll bring up a 3rd and 6 at the 17. Mullen back to pass. Now what have we got? Timeout, Wisconsin-Stout. So they want a timeout. So Stout gets the timeout.
Timeout taken by the Wisconsin-Stout.
And you know what? I think we'll take a timeout. So we'll do the same. Let's take a 30-second timeout. 10:07 left to go in the first half. It is Wisconsin-Stout nothing, Dickinson State nothing. We'll come back in 30 seconds on Consolidated Live and KDIX. Stout, remember, this started at their 20 after the Blue Hawks looked like they were going to score, but Madler on a 3rd and goal at the 5 picked off in the end zone. And Stout has proceeded to march down to the Dickinson State 17 where they're looking at 3rd and 5. They had a tight end in. They're going to check him out of the ball game, bring another tight end in, put him in the slot. Now they'll put the Corcoran guy that we said keep an eye on. Let's keep an eye on him. He's been their favorite target all season long. And Mullen looking, he's hit as he throws it. Pass is going to be out of the end zone. Would have been incomplete had it been completed. Good coverage that time by Cooper McLaughlin. So the field goal unit will come on for Wisconsin-Stout, and that'll bring Cool back out. He missed a 35-yarder early. This one where will be, let's see, about the 17. You put it back about 6-7 yards. We'll put it down at about the 24. This will be about a 34-yard field goal for Cool. Incompletion brings up the 4th down. Cool wears number 31. Luke, a senior at 5'9", not a real big guy. Right in the middle of the hash marks. Placement down, kick is up, looks good. Did it get through the uprights? It is good. So on to the board first is Wisconsin-Stout. As Dickinson State's defense keeps them out of the end zone, but the field goal is good. So Wisconsin-Stout puts together an 11-play drive that covers 80 yards. And on the CHI, St. Alexia's health scoreboard, Wisconsin-Stout in the lead 3-0 with 10 minutes remaining to play in the first half. We'll be back with the the Stout kickoff to the Hawks. We'll do it in 30 seconds.
Big Boy Toys.
Yard field goal, and Wisconsin-Stout on the board first with a 3-0 lead over Dickinson State. We said the Hawks offense, everybody kind of just waiting today for it to explode, and it did a little bit on that last drive. They put together a nice drive, and it ended up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plays. Got it all from the own 50, got it down inside the 5, but on 3rd and goal at the 5, Madler picked off in the end zone when I think everyone was thinking that the Dickinson State Blue Hawks were going to get 6. They got nothing. Stout got it back and got 3. So it is a 3-0 lead. High end over end kickoff. That's going to carry down to the 3 yards deep. They're going to bring it out. Why, I don't know. That's Gunlack, and he turns the corner and might get back to the 20. I guess he does. Or that's Austria, excuse me, and he'll bring it out to about the 19-yard line. So a return of about 25 yards. He's about 5 yards deep. But Dickinson State will go to work 1st and 10 at their own 19, down to 9:50 left to go in the first half. 3-0 lead for Wisconsin-Stout on the CHI St. Alexius South scoreboard.
And now the Blue Hawks going into the wind, and we'll see what the Hawks try to do, adjust offensive-wise with that wind in their face.
Crockett in at a tight end position now for Dickinson State. Zuroff remains the running back, Madler the quarterback. Twins set near side, and they'll go solo to the far side. Madler calling out signals for the Blue Hawks. He's going to drop back. He's looking. He's got some time. Scrambles away from the pressure. Tucks it in. He'll throw it down on the left side to Meineke, but he was out of bounds, so it'll go incomplete on the pass play. Good coverage again by Wisconsin-Stout. Right now, the Dickinson State receivers, Jim, just having trouble getting open.
Yeah, and the defensive backs and the linebackers have been doing a good job of blocking out the Blue Hawk receivers, and that time Meineke was open on the sideline, but unable to get the completion that time by Madler.
And that was just about back to barely to the line of scrimmage. 6 of 9 now for Madler, 64 yards passing. Will keep Zuroff in the backfield. 9:45 left to go. First half, 3-0 Wisconsin-Stout. Zuroff comes in motion to the left, comes back to the right. They swing it that way, looking to him. Now they're going to run a little slant out there. They get the pass off and cutting up field, diving out to about the 25. A flag comes down. So let's see what the call will be. Probably, well, let's just wait and see. It came away from the back judge over there. Got out to the 26, so it'll be a pickup of 7 on the play, but let's wait what the official has to say here.
And that time Zuroff went in motion to the short side of the field, came back to the right side, and then they ran that wide receiver screen to the short side of the field and got a nice gain on 2nd down. I have no idea what that flag is about. Just
now we'll have to maybe see if we can hear here.
Official coming over to make the call.
Personal foul. Hands to the face on the up.
Oh, block to the face downfield. All right. So that'll be, well, we'll put it back. The line of scrimmage was the 19.
After the flag,
it's be a 5-yard penalty, so they'll put it
I
back.
think it's from the point of the infraction.
Oh, okay. So it goes back to the 14. So it'll be at the 14. It'll still be 2nd down now and 16 at the 14 of Dickinson State. It's a 7-yard completion. That's erased on the play. Again, ready. Long count this time by Mather. Fakes to Zuroff, drops back, throws it out in the flat, going out there. Nice catch downfield. Did he hang? Nope, he didn't hang on to it. I thought that maybe it was going to be a diving catch by Ostry, but it goes incomplete. So it'll bring up another 3rd down and 16 situation at the 13 of Dickinson State. The offense has just really struggled here in the first half. You didn't see this against Rocky or Mayville, but you've seen it today. And credit Stout's defense. They have done a nice job as the Hawks just unable to get that football going down the field and into the end zone. They have the one good drive that ended in a turnover in the end zone, but other than that, Stout has pretty much stymied them here in the first half. Put the man in motion. That is Clark to the near side, inside. He goes to the slot. That's the way Madler rolls. He's got some time. He's got some pressure. He had a receiver open down there, Stinson. And again, the ball falls short and it goes incomplete. So Madler, 3 straight incompletions. 6 of 11 now for Madler. 64 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception. And Stout will get the football back. Great effort by their defense as Dickinson State will turn it over again on downs.
And of course, that blow to the head penalty really hurt the Blue Hawks. They would have had a 3rd down and about, or rather a 3rd down and about 5, and that penalty moved him back and put him behind the sticks and unable to come up with plays offensively.
Nelson, let's see if he gets it off. He does. He had a 68-yarder his first time. This one hangs up a bit in the wind, and this one takes a bounce for Stout back to the 30-yard line. So that punt will be 27, or make that 17 yards. So he had a 68-yarder, and now he has a 17-yarder in the football game. And Stout, great field position at the DSU 30-yard line with 9 minutes remaining first half. Wisconsin-Stout 3, Dickinson State nothing.
And the wind really affected that punt as it got up in the air and just kind of hung. And then when it hit the ground at about the 40-yard line, it bounced back inside the 35 and before being covered at the 30 for Dickinson State. So Stout in great field position trying to expand on this 3-point lead early in the second quarter.
Moen with the snap out of the pistol this time. Fakes the handoff, rolls to his right. He's got some pressure going downfield, deep downfield. It's going to be overthrown. Good coverage that time. Evans, their intended receiver, but the Hawks had that one covered very well, and it just goes incomplete.
Looked like Evans was getting open, but then the safety came over to cover over the top, and the ball overthrown into the end zone, overthrew Evans by about 5 yards, brings up a 2nd down and 10 for the Devils.
5 of 12 for Moan for 90 yards passing in this football game. Again, they like to line them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They put all the receivers and running backs right behind Moan, and then they break out of that formation. And they will go with twin receivers to the right side. Tight end goes double tight end, actually, slot back and tight end. They stack it over there. And there's that little straight ahead handoff, and not much room carrying the football that time. Or maybe 2 or 3 yards on the carry. And Tonkelkin, a running back, he is a junior. And they spot it at the 28, so that's a 2-yard pickup on the play. Bring up 3rd and 8 now for Stout, and the ball again at the 28 of Dickinson State.
The 2 linebackers check out. The receivers come back in for Stout.
So they'll go twin set right side, solo to the near side. Again, Moan clapping his hands. He's in a hurry. The play clock, he's got a lot of time. I think he got lost a little bit on the play clock. Now he realizes that he has some time, so he steps up. Corcoran, a guy he likes to go to, comes into the slot, so it's twins both ways. That empty backfield, naked backfield, I like to call it. And Moan's looking for Corcoran, going deep downfield, and on the coverage, it's going to be incomplete. Good coverage that time. Hartwell back on the coverage, the intended receiver, number 82, Hawkinson, and couldn't get to the football, goes incomplete, and here comes the field goal unit. Do we have a flag down? Yeah, we do have a flag down, so let's hold on and wait and see. Might be a holding penalty where the flag's at, but
yeah, the flag's right in the middle of the field, and that's where you usually do have the holding call, and that's what it is. And the Blue Hawks are going to decline it, and they'll bring up a 4th down and long for the Blue Devils. And see if they're going to try a long field goal or maybe go for it.
Well, it'll be 4th and 8 at the 28-yard line of Dickinson State. They're going to bring the field goal unit on. Here comes Cool again. He's 1 for 2, has hit a 34-yarder, missed a 35-yarder, and this one will be a 45-yard field goal attempt for Cool. So Cool will attempt a 45-yarder. Left hash mark this time. Again, the snap is good. The placement is down. The kick has got plenty of distance. Did it get through the upright? It did. It's good. So Cool will hit again. The DSU defense does not allow a touchdown, but they give a field goal up, so it's 6-0 Wisconsin-Stout on the CHI St. Alexius Health scoreboard over Dickinson State. That score coming with 8 minutes remaining to play in the first half. Wisconsin-Stout 6, Dickinson State nothing. We'll be back with the kickoff of Stout to the Blue Hawks, and we'll do it for you in 30 seconds.
The Eagles Club in downtown Dickinson is the best place to get together with your friends and enjoy a nice cold beverage any time of the day. They have weekly lunch specials from 11 to 1:30 and beer and wings Thursdays from 5 to 9. The Eagles is also available for your special event. Call now to reserve your date. You'll find everything the Eagles is planning on their Facebook page, and you can check out their monthly calendar to see all the entertainment and events going on. Whether you're looking for something different for lunch or something fun to do with your friends, try the Eagles in downtown Dickinson.
15-yard punt into the wind by Dickinson State. And the defense comes up with the stop, not allowing a touchdown, but 6-0 with the field goal by Cool. This one, line drive towards the end zone. They're just going to let it go in and out of the end zone, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And the Blue Hawks will go to work in a number that I got circled, 16 yards rushing in the first half. The Blue Hawks, it has just been a season of non-rushing. Dickinson State on the season right now for the Blue Hawks in the rushing game, averaging only about 115 yards of rushing per game. That's well below their standards. And today, in the first half, they have only 16 yards running. And game of football is tough if you can't run the ball at all. Madler has hit on 6 of 11 for 64 yards, no touchdowns. That one interception in the end zone at a race touchdown holds for Dickinson, and Will ready to go to work. They put the man in motion this time. And they look that way. Nope, they're going to go straight ahead. Nothing doing again. Zuroff gets maybe a yard on the play. And again, I think you come back, you look at the running effort, and you got to win the line of scrimmage. And the Blue Hawks right now, Jim, just simply are not doing that.
The offensive line has done a good job in pass protection, but unable to get any holes for Zuroff in the running game. And like I said earlier, maybe you're going to try and get Zuroff to the outside, maybe run some jet sweeps with the slot receivers as well.
Well, Dickinson State looking at 2nd and 9 at their own 26-yard line. Long count this time by Zuroff, they go to Zuroff. Jim called it. Zuroff got it at the 40, breaks out free at the 50, and he's still on his feet. Did he go out of bounds, or did they say he stepped? Oh, he stepped out of bounds at the 41. So that'll be a 15-yard pickup. But you call it, Jim, just that little swing pass to Zuroff.
Well, like I said, you want to get him in open space, and that time the little swing pass got him into open space and got the first down. And Zuroff's going to check out as Darian Brown going to come in at that running back position for Dickinson State.
Madler 7 of 12, 81 yards, that one interception. 4th first down for the Blue Hawks, 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line. They fake it again. The ball knocked down that time high in the air. Coming up and just jumping as Madler threw it, and he threw it kind of right into the chest area of the defensive end. I think that's number 17. That's a
linebacker.
Yeah, linebacker.
Scheuer.
Yeah, nice play by Scheuer. Brings up a 2nd down and 10 for Dickinson State.
Yeah, Scheuer just came off the offensive left side and got into the face of Madler and timed the jump perfectly and knocked it down. Brings up a 2nd down and 10 for the Hawks.
Poole back in there. Clark will go wide to the far side. Stinson, and I believe it's Meineke right below us, come wide to the right side. Brown stays in the backfield. They like to throw to him out of the backfield, and that's what they're looking for. And now stepping up away from the pressure. Now Madler's got some room. He's going to run. He gets out across the 45 out to the 50, and that'll be a pickup on the play of 9 yards for Madler, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 1 for Dickinson State.
And one of the offensive linemen getting up slowly for the Hawks.
Need a substitute. Shoe came off.
That's Calixto.
Yeah, so he'll check out. Checking in will be number 77, John Wetmore. I think Evan Showalter now may be working out the center position. We'll have to check that out for Dickinson State, the Dickinson High product. It'll be 3rd down and a yard. Well, the Hawks haven't had only game of first down, 5 first downs. Okay, Madler ran for and up to the 49 of Stout. I apologize for that. I thought they had marked it back. They swing it across the middle. Oh, he overthrew. He had Stinson wide open and down the near sideline and running out of bounds at the 30 down to the 25. Madler had the man wide open and he overthrew him by about 10 feet. And it was easy picking, so the interception comes up and it's a turnover for Dickinson State University. And the Hawks again got a little bit going on that drive, but there's that turnover bug, and that'll come back to haunt you, too. And you don't see Madler miss often like that, but he missed badly on that one.
Yeah, he just overthrew Stinson and an easy pick for Gavin Goodman, and he went down the left sideline, got a great return of about 35 yards, and got it down to the Blue Hawk 21-yard line. So, again, the Blue Hawk defense called to come up with a big stop on a short field like they did last time after the short punt.
So, again, great field position for Stout at the DSU 21-yard line. 6:04 left to go. There's the handoff left side, bouncing to the inside, then to the outside, down to about the 20, or 15, excuse me. That'll be a pickup of about 6. And on the carry again, I think those numbers 26, Nelson it was. So Nelson will go for 6 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 4 for Wisconsin-Stout.
Corcoran went in motion from left. When Mullen got the snap, he faked the throw to the right as Nelson was able to get the handoff and got a nice gain on first down, got about 5-6 yards on first down.
So we'll call it 2nd and 4 at the 15 of Dickinson State University. 6-0, Stout in the lead, 2 field goals, been the only score. Corcoran goes in motion left to right. Dropping back is Moan. He's looking, he's scrambling, he's going across the middle. It's incomplete. Good coverage downfield that time by number 4, Weinbauer. Let's check that. Hartman, the defensive back. Hartman made a nice play and it goes incomplete.
He looked to the right side to Corcoran, and the Blue Hawks had that well covered and then came back to his receiver across the middle, and Hartman made the nice play to knock it away, bring up a 3rd down for the Blue Devils.
So 3rd down situation, 3rd down and 4 at the 15-yard line. 5:17 or 5:16, excuse me, remaining to play. Here on KDIX and Consolidated Live, 6-0 lead for Stout over Dickinson State. Man in motion. Nope, Moan's going to keep it. He's got some room. Did he get first down yardage? I think he did. Yeah, he had to get down to about the 11-yard line. He got to the 10, so that'll be a pickup of 5 for Moan on the play, but that is enough for a first down for Wisconsin-Stout. So it'll be first and goal right on the 10-yard line. 6th first down now for Stout, but more importantly, they keep the drive going here with 5 minutes left to go. First and goal at the 10 for Stout.
And Moen took the snap, took a step back like he was going to drop back and pass, and went on the quarterback draw, went straight up the middle and got just enough for first down yardage.
Yeah, he slides under center. Let's see if he stays there. Moen underneath center this time. He does stay there. Long count, little delay. Handoff right side, inside the 10. And the ball comes loose. Let's see who's got it. Ball's down at the 5-yard line. Dickinson State has it. See if we can get the guy who came up with it. Got the guy down on the ground. You don't want him on the ground. That's Hartwell, I believe.
Yeah, it was, but he's up and running off on his own power.
Did he come up with the recovery?
I don't know. I didn't see who came up with the recovery. As the last guy up was Hartwell.
Well, we'll take a look and see who they credit that to. But again, a big break for Dickinson State. Both teams have turned it over now inside the red zone. Wisconsin-Stout on a fumble, Dickinson State on an interception. So the Blue Hawks get it back with 4:24 left to go. And they'll take over at their own 5-yard line, down 6-0.
Well, there was a pile of Blue Hawks down on the bottom of the pile. You could have given it to about 3 or 4 different guys, but nonetheless, the Hawks have it.
There's the handoff to Zuroff, and he busts out across the 5 to about the 7. We'll give Zuroff a pickup of 2 on the play, bring up a second down and 8 for Dickinson State. Again, the Blue Hawks in the first half just 28 yards of rushing in this football game.
And it looked like that was going to go off tackle, and then Zuroff tried to bounce it to the outside and got a couple to bring up a second down and 8.
4 minutes remaining to play. First half, Wisconsin-Stout 2 field goals. They lead 6-0 over a turnover prone. Oh boy, that was a busted play from the get-go. Did flags come down? I didn't see any. Okay. Didn't look like there was any continuity on the snap. And again, that'll be a pickup to the 11. So give Zuroff a pickup of 3 on the play. Bring up third down and 5 for Dickinson State at the 11-yard line. They have to get to the 15. Big play right here with 3.5 remaining. Stout would love to stop and make them punt into the wind again and get the ball back and try to score. Dickinson State would like to score, but they got to pick up 4 yards. And Madler has Zuroff to his right. There's the big tight end going left to right for Dickinson State. That is Hool. There's the fake of the handoff rolling out. They throw it out in the flat, and it's going to be hauled in, but I don't think not enough for not even close to first down yardage. Hool hauls it in, but man, he was not even close to the first down marker, so it'll be 4th down. So it'll be 4th down. Did he get out to the, what did he get out to about the 14. So a 3-yard completion. They'll have to bring the punt unit in. And again, Dickinson State's offense just non-existent here, especially in the first half.
Yeah, that run game has really been non-factor, and the Blue Devils can kind of play the pass and let those front 7 guys really work that run game, and they've done a good job in that 34 defense for the Blue Devils, as the Blue Hawks unable to get anything going that time.
Well, let's see what Nelson does here. Good snap, not a big rush. This one angles high in the air. It's going to hit. Then it bounces back again. It hits at about the 44, bounces back to the 40. And again, Dickinson got the turnover. Stout has taken away 2 turnovers, turned them into 6 points. The Hawks had a turnover, turned them into no points. So Stout will get the ball at the DSU 41-yard line with 2:19 left to play in the first half. They lead 6-0 on the CHI St. Alexis House score. I'm trying to think back when the last time was. Dickinson State hasn't scored points in the last 2-3 years in the first half, and they have not today. And it doesn't look like they're going to today. It's been a long, long time.
Well, the Blue Hawk defense has played well, but they've been on the field a ton, as they've given up just 6 points and have gotten a turnover in the red zone.
Ready to go to work. Corcoran goes in motion. That's a little fake of the handoff. Nope, they go with the handoff straight ahead that time to Nelson. And Nelson will bolt ahead. He'll get down to about the 38-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 2 on the carry.
The Blue Devils haven't had a ton of success running the football, but they've been able to throw some passes and make some completions and open up the offense a little bit.
Well, they've rushed for 58 yards. The Blue Hawks have rushed for only 31, so neither team has run the ball well. We've got a timeout. 2 minutes. Oh, no, we got the 2-minute break, excuse me. The 2-minute break upcoming. CHI, St. Alexius South scoreboard. It is Wisconsin-Stout 6, Dickinson State nothing. We'll be back in 30 seconds on KDIX and Consolidated Live.
At Infinity Real Estate Group, we go to great lengths to find the answers to most any questions our clients may have. We strive to do our best to personalize your buying or selling experience with firsthand knowledge.
I love this area. How close to the door are we?
Oh, just a hop, skip, and a bike ride away.
When it's time to choose the team to represent you with all your real estate needs, choose Infinity Real Estate Group. Experience the Infinity way.
Infinity Real Estate Group.
Dahlgren and Wyatt Anderson, Matt Anderson in the front. Hartwell in the back half of that defensive secondary for Dickinson State, the veteran, the all-conference performer, along with DeMarco, Cooper McLaughlin, and Medlock back there for Dickinson State. Hawks looking defensively at a 2nd down and 8 against the Stout offense from the DSU 38-yard line, trailing 6-0. There's that little slow pass out on the flat. It's going to be a short gain out to about, see where they put it down at, right at the 36. So that'll be a pickup of 2 on that swing pass. 6 of 15 now, 92 yards passing, no touchdowns, no interceptions for Moen. That'll be 3rd down, and let's call it 3rd and 5 at the 36. They have to get to the 31 for a 1st down. They're at the DSU 36-yard line.
Evans just ran a quick out pattern and got the catch, but as soon as he caught it, Hartwell was able to run him out of bounds for a short gain.
Stop the clock. Again, Moen empty backfield, trips one way, near side, far side, the Wisconsin-Stout side, the Twins. They run a little crossing pattern. He's got some room. He breaks the tackle. He's going to go down inside the 30 to the 28. He read the pass, saw it wasn't there, and then just tucked it and ran and got to the 30 before he got hit, and he had to get to the 31, got tackled at the 28. So that's an 8-yard pickup on the play.
Quick decision by Moen as he saw there was nobody to pass it to and just took off the right side. Got enough for a 1st down inside the 30-yard line. And the clock continues to roll under a minute and a half left here in the 1st half.
Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining, so plenty of time. Again, Moen back to pass, pumps, fires. He's got all kinds of time, scrambles again, gets to the outside. He's got some room down the near sideline. He'll run out of bounds. And that's one thing he can do, and that Hawk pressure defense just cannot get to him. We have not had an ENG lending sack, and that goes from the 28-yard line, and they'll put it down at the 13-yard line. So that's a 15-yard rush on the play, and all of a sudden, Stout up to 80 yards rushing in the 1st half, 92 passing. They're closing in on 200 yards in total offense, 1st and 10 for Stout at the 13 of Dickinson State.
That offensive line's doing a nice job for the Blue Devils, giving Moen just a little bit of time, and when he doesn't see the receivers, he's not afraid to take off as he did there once again for the 1st down. That's twice he's run for 1st downs in this drive.
Well, he was a wide receiver last year. They moved him the quarterback this year, and he's played well today. Now we've got some motion, I think, up front. Or did we get a timeout? Let's wait and see. Yeah, delay a game, okay. That'll be a 5-yard penalty, so that'll push it back to the DSU 18. It'll be 1st and 15 for Stout. A minute 16 remaining. A nice day. A little bit breezy out that southeast wind, still in that 20 to 25 mile per hour range, but temperature pretty mild here in Dickinson and probably in that upper 70-degree range right now at the back. Nice crowd again on hand here at the back. Again, ready to go to work. 1st down and 15 at the DSU 18. Back to pass, Moen. There's some pressure out towards the end zone. He's got a receiver, touchdown. In front of the defensive back that time, coming up with the catch, number 82, Hawkinson. And he will haul it in, and just like that, it's a 12-0 lead. Let's see if they go for 2 or kick it here. So that'll be an 18-yard touchdown pass. Got in front of, I believe that was Cooper McLaughlin, if I'm not mistaken, and he put it out there, and he just dove in front of him. And that's who it was. So it's an 18-yard touchdown pass, and it's now a 12-0 lead for Stout, and the PAT attempt up and coming with a minute 11 remaining to play on the CHI St. Alexius South scoreboard. Stout wanted a timeout, I do believe.
Yep.
I'm thinking they're thinking maybe I might go for 2 here. Let's wait and see what they decide to do. But the PAT attempt up and coming. But again, for Stout after that short punt, They go 5 plays. They go a total of 41 yards in 5 plays. And again, they take a lead over Dickinson State now, up 12-0. And we're going to keep it right here and see if they go for 2 or exactly what they do. But Dickinson State again down now, 12-0 on the CHI St. Alexius South scoreboard. And I think the Blue Hawks, to put it simply, they're just flat, Jimmy. I mean, they are. And you got to remember, they'll get the ball to begin the second half also. But remember, they play today, and then they're off for 2 weeks. So you'd love to go into a break. You don't want to go into a break with a loss. You'd like to go in with a win, but the Hawks reeling a little bit now, especially on the offensive end. That pass completion, by the way, makes it 7 of 17 now for 110 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions in the ball game for the quarterback, Moen. And they are going to go for 2, so it's a 2-point conversion attempt. Moen will take the snap. I thought they'd do it right away, but they do it now. Moen's going to roll to his right, throw it out on the flat. They break 1 tackle, but they don't get it in. It's no good. So the 2-point conversion, not good. Good coverage over there by Dickinson State. So it stays a 12-0 lead on the CHI St. Alexius South scoreboard. But again, 1:11 left to play, 5 plays, 41 yards, and it's a 12-0 lead. Hawkinson coming up with a touchdown reception. Moen to Hawkinson. And so the Wisconsin-Stout leads it 12-0. And remember, they led last year in Stout by 10 points at halftime, and the Hawks came back and won 24-21. So a lot of time left to play, but Stout has been solid today. They have put together an excellent first half. Again, both offensively and especially defensively in this football game. So we'll wait and see what happens. They have rushed for 80, passed for 110. In the football game. So they're up near 200 yards in total offense. The Blue Hawks at about 110 yards and 120 yards in total offense, but no points. 12-0 lead. End over end kick, and that's going to carry in and out of the end zone. So Dickinson State will get possession of the football, trailing 12-0 with 1:11 left to go, and they'll go to work at their own 25-yard line, down by a margin of 12.
And that drive, it was the Adam Moen drive, had a couple of scrambles for first downs and then had a nice throw to the end zone to Hawkinson. That's one of those back shoulder throws, and Cooper McLaughlin had good coverage over the top with the ball thrown to the back shoulder, and a nice catch that time by the receiver Hawkinson in the end zone to get 6 on the board for the Blue Devils.
Well, it is a 1st and 10 for the Hawks at the 25. Like we said, running game non-existent. Passing game has been prone to turnovers. Mather's just going to tuck it and run straight ahead, and he'll go for some yardage, and he'll get the ball out across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So that'll be a pickup of 8 on the play for Mather. Hawks will go in a hurry as the clock rolling. They do have 2 timeouts remaining in the football game's first half. 2nd down and 2 at the 33-yard line. Now what? Now a flag comes down. What do we got?
The right guard moved before the snap.
Okay, I did not see that. So a little motion up there. This has not been a pretty first half for Dickinson State. Back to the drawing board at halftime for the Hawks, especially offensively.
Well, the defense has spent so much time out on the field as the Blue Hawk offense unable to get anything going. Fortunately, the defense has had that bend but don't break mentality for most of the first half until that last drive, that short 41-yard drive, and the nice touchdown throw by Moen to Hawkinson for the touchdown.
Clark will come out wide near side. Stinson will go out wide to the far side. It'll be 1st and 15 at the, we'll put the ball down at about the 27-yard line. Make it 2nd down and 8. So 2nd and 8.
After the flag, that brings up a 2nd and 8 from the Blue Hawk 26.
Not sure what the delay is. The official just kind of standing around. Nobody's set the play clock in motion. So the play clock set at 25. It hasn't started.
Okay, now we're ready to go to work.
There we go.
All right, 2nd and 8. Now it's ready.
Now the official on the far sideline blew his whistle, and he's going to come talk to the white hat.
All right. Maybe we'll get going here before halftime comes to an end. All right, now they're ready to go. Mather will work out of the shotgun. Now they get the clock going. All right, here we go. 2nd down and 8. Mather back to pass. Pressure. Steps away from it across the middle. He's got a receiver, and he drops it. Stinson at the first down marker at the 36 had it and dropped it. Almost incomplete. And that's kind of the way the day has gone for the Blue Hawk offense, at least the first half. I think they're thankful they've got another half left to go yet, but again, just not making the connections and not catching the open balls. 8 of 16 now, 85 yards for Madler. No touchdowns and 2 interceptions, so it'll bring up 3rd and 8 for Dickinson State.
Yeah, Stinson was wide open, went right off the hands, hit the 5 on the front of his jersey and fell to the turf.
Suroff stays in the backfield, out of the shotgun. The Hawks will go to work. Madler, all kinds of pressure, steps away from it, and he's going to go downfield, overthrows Stinson. So it goes incomplete, and it'll bring up a punting situation, and Dickinson State again will have to punt into the wind with 45 seconds remaining to play on the CHI St. Alexius South scoreboard, trailing 12-0.
The Blue Hawks took 29 seconds off the clock, so there's still time left. You get a short field, and the Blue Devils with a pair of timeouts may be looking to try and get that knockout blow here in the first half.
Well, they've got everybody up. Let's see if they're going to come. They're going to try and get the block here. There's a good snap. Big rush, but he'll get it off. It's a high end-over-end punt. It's going to be fielded at the 48 of Dickinson State and run back to about the 48 of Stout, back to the 47 of Dickinson State. 5-yard return down to 33 seconds remaining, so Stout will take over again in Dickinson State territory for the 3rd straight drive, and they'll go to work with 33 seconds left to go at the DSU 48-yard line. 2 timeouts remaining, so let's see what they do.
This may be a situation where Stout can go to the middle of the field, try and get possibly into field goal range and get 3 more points. Or maybe you look downfield and try and get the big hit down the field and put 6 on the board.
6 make a 12-0 lead for Wisconsin-Stout with 33 seconds left to go. Moan, again, has not been touched today. He has not been sacked. We have not had an ENG lending sack. There's the snap. There's some pressure. Moan steps up in the pocket. He's going to be hit, and how about that? There's our first ENG lending sack of the day. That's another ENG lending sack. It's as easy as 456. Your area's #1 choice for home loans. Phone 456-LOAN on the web or 456loan.com. ENG, your area's #1 choice for home loans. It's as easy as 456.
Well, just what the doctor ordered. Shell Osborne ended up getting the sack and a big loss of about 12. And the clock rolling down to the final seconds of the first half.
Yeah, it was a loss of 15, and they won't take a snap. So that's going to bring an end to our first half of play on the CHI St. Alexius South scoreboard. Wisconsin-Stout surprising the Blue Hawks of Dickinson State at the back. It's Stout, the Blue Devils 12, the Blue Hawks of Dickinson State nothing. Hawks will have the ball to begin the second half. We'll head to our halftime report and show, and we'll be back in 3 minutes here on KDIX Dickinson.
As your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we wear many hats. We take pride in serving our members and our community by going the extra mile in everything we do. Because we not only work here, we live here.
The Hub in North Dickinson is more than your ordinary convenience store. From Godfather's Pizza and the Hub Cafe to gourmet coffee, tea, and more. Stop by early for breakfast or grab something to go. We carry a variety of donuts that we make fresh every day. If your vehicle is dirty, we now have a state-of-the-art car wash at both locations. Stop in and see what we have to offer at the Hub located on North Highway 22 or the Hub West Dakota Oil on East Villard in Dickinson. We're changing the way people think about the convenience store industry.
Independent, straightforward, caring. It's what we are because we are you. Member-owned, member-focused. Western Cooperative Credit Union. Head west for a financial relationship that works for you. Dependable, trustworthy, fair. It's what we are because we are you. Member-owned, member-focused. Western Cooperative Credit Union. Head west for home and auto loans that work for you.
West Dakota Oil and Fitterer Oil Company proudly offers products and services that help fuel our customers' lives with clean burning propane and bulk fuel and convenient on-site delivery with premium farm and road fuels. We provide energy where and when you need it most. with locations throughout Southwest North Dakota. West Dakota Oil and Fitter Oil Company. Locally owned, locally strong. The products you need with the service you deserve.
Your path might start at daybreak, getting everyone in their place. You may step out of bounds, or even out on your own. There will be big leaps forward and small steps focused on the grind. No matter what it looks like or where it goes, your path is personal, and that's what makes it powerful. Brevera Bank, Insurance and Wealth. Forge your path.
When is a speed bump a good thing? When it's a free speed bump from Consolidated. Now for a limited time, you can get a free bump in your internet speed to 1 gig to try for 3 months. Even if you currently have 100 meg, you can bump that speed all the way to 1 gig for no additional charge. It's a free upgrade that only comes once a year, so call now and get in on the free speed bump. Call Consolidated at 483-4000.
All right, thank you much, Tristan. As we come back, let's take a look at our scoring summary. And for the Blue Hawks, well, there is none. It's a 12-0 lead here at halftime for Wisconsin-Stout. 2 field goals, a touchdown, and a missed conversion make it 12-0. The scoring began for Wisconsin-Stout after an interception, and they turned it into a drive that took 11 plays, 80 yards, and Cool hit a 34-yard field goal after missing a 35-yard field goal earlier at the 10-minute mark remaining in the first half. That was our first score. We had a scoreless first quarter, and then the first 5 minutes of the second quarter, and then the Hawks again went 3 and out. Stout got it back after a short punt of about 23 yards into the wind by Nelson, and then the ball went back to Stout. They took over on a short drive at the DSU 30-yard line, and again Cool hit a field goal. This time a little bit longer for Cool as he hit that field goal. That came from 45 yards out to make it 6-0. And then another turnover for Dickinson State, and this time the Hawks got a stop, got the ball back, but then again went 3 and out, gave it back to Stout, and they put together another short punt into the wind, and they marched in a total of 5 plays, 41 yards, and Hawkinson hauled it in the end zone. An 18-yard touchdown pass from Moan to 2-point conversion, not good, and that made the score. At the time left to play in the first half, about 1:11 remaining on the CHI St. Alexius South scoreboard, 12-0, and that is where we stand at halftime. Wisconsin-Stout 12 and Dickinson State nothing. We'll come back, Jim and I will look at numbers as our halftime show continues here on KTIX Dickinson. We'll be back in about 2.5 minutes. It's halftime report time at KTIX Dickinson. We'll be back in 2.5 minutes.
See the new lineup of Hondas and Toyotas at Dan Porter Motors. Dan Porter Motors, 58601.
Boy Toys.
The Eagles Club in downtown Dickinson is the best place to get together with your friends and enjoy a nice cold beverage any time of the day. They have weekly lunch specials from 11 to 1:30 and beer and wings Thursdays from 5 to 9. The Eagles is also available for your special event. Call now to reserve your date. You'll find everything the Eagles is planning on their Facebook page, and you can check out their monthly calendar to see all the entertainment and events going on. Whether you're looking for something different for lunch or something fun to do with your friends, try the Eagles in downtown Dickinson.
Numbers here. And again, for Dickinson State and Wisconsin-Stout, as you said, not a lot of offense. Dickinson State rushing the football has been almost non-existent. It's just hard. I sit up here and after watching Braden Zuroff for a couple of years and some great running backs before that, and even the last two games, Rocky Mountain and Mayville, has been outstanding, but it's been nothing like it was today. The Blue Hawks 12 carries for just 31 yards rushing. Zuroff 7 carries for only 13. Stout, Rocky, and Mayville have done a great job of really taking him away out of the Dickinson State offense, and that's how important it is. It's been a struggle today, and they've taken him away, and that's made a big difference. So there's 31 rushing for Dickinson State. Passing, Madler has hit 8 of 17, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 92 yards. So the Blue Hawks, 29 plays, 123 yards. That isn't very many plays for Dickinson State offense. They're usually in that 35 to 40 range in plays, and today just 29. And of course, you throw 2 turnovers into it and 2 offensive series that were 3 and out. So that is a telling number right there for Wisconsin-Stout. They have rushed for 79 yards on 20 carries. Not great, but better than Dickinson State. Passing yards, 9 of 18 for Moan for 114 yards. They ran 38 plays for 193. So 193 to 123 in total yardage in the football game for the Wisconsin-Stout Blue Devils in the total yardage. In the first down category, Dickinson State just 5, and that's another number. We're used to Dickinson State being in the teens usually at halftime, but tonight they are just in total, or this afternoon, just 5 first downs. Stout has a total of 11 first downs. And again, turnovers, Dickinson State has 2, both interceptions. That's led directly to 6 points for Stout. And the Hawks had a fumble recovery, so Stout had 1 turnover. And that means that Dickinson State did not get any points over out of the turnover from Wisconsin-Stout. So again, that is the team numbers individually. Zuroff, 7 carries, 13 yards. The leading receiver is Stinson, 2 catches for 33 yards. Zazuka has 2 for 24. Evans, 3 for 44, and Hawkinson, 2 for 21, and the 18-yard touchdown. Jay Hughes has 3 carries for 15 yards. He is their leading rusher. Punting, again, Carls has a total of 1 punt for 34 yards. Nelson, 4 punts, an average of 34 yards. And again, the turnovers, Reese Turner lost a turnover. Madler did not lose a turnover, but did have the 2 interceptions for Dickinson State. Jim, you got some defensive numbers for Dickinson State.
On the defensive side for the Blue Devils, leading the way, Blaine Seidler with 5 total tackles in the first half. Nobody else has more than 3. And for Dickinson State, they were led in the first half. Guy you don't want to see leading the way, a defensive back, Jaden Hartwell with 5 total tackles. Riley O'Donnell, the linebacker, also with 5. Shell Osborne with the lone sack of the ball game for the Blue Hawks of Dickinson State. But I think if you look at a couple of the numbers, it's the 2 turnovers for Dickinson State to 1 by Wisconsin-Stout, and that 1 that Dickinson State turned over was in the red zone, and that fumble loss for the Blue Devils was also in the red zone. So you take some points off the board for both teams, and of course third down efficiency, Dickinson State just 1 of 7 on third down for 14%. They were 0 of 1 on fourth down conversions. Meanwhile, Stout not great on third down conversions, just 4 of 10, but 40%. But that's a lot better than Dickinson State's 1 of 7 for 14%. But Dickinson State, their defense spent a lot of time out on the field. So they were really wore out in that first half because they played a lot in that first half, did a good job of keeping Stout out of the end zone until right at the end when Moen made a great pass to Hawkinson in the front of the end zone to get the first touchdown of the ball game for Stout. But other than that, it's just been 2 field goals. Stout has had a short field a lot of time here in the first half, and the Blue Hawks, the offense, they need to find a way to get the offense going in that running game, whether it's Braden Zuroff or you get Madler a little bit more in the running game, or Darian Brown can come out and get some things going. But I'm sure the Blue Hawks are in the locker room trying to figure out how to get the offense loose, because they really have had no consistency on the offensive side, just terrible on third down conversions. And of course, with Nelson having to punt into the wind 3 times, his punting numbers aren't the greatest. He had 1 punt with the wind, which was about a 68-yarder. And so Dickinson State needs to make sure that they stay out of their own end of the field and give Wisconsin-Stout a short field here in the second half, something they took advantage of in the first half, putting 12 points on the board. And they had a turnover in the red zone, so you look at the 12-0, it could be 18, 19, 20 to nothing, or it could be 12-7 or 12-3. Those red zone turnovers, you just never know what effect they're going to have on the final score.
All right, time of possession is the one that really jumps out at me. Nearly 2-1, 20 minutes plus for Stout and under 10 minutes for Dickinson State. It's hard to win when your offense is only out in the field for about 9 minutes out of 30 minutes. But at halftime, again, it's Stout 12, Dickinson State nothing. Dickinson State will receive the second half kickoff when we come back. Tristan, let's turn it back to you. Let's take a 6-minute break here on KDIX and Consolidated, then back with second half action. Stout 12, Hawks nothing, back in 6 minutes.
At Infinity Real Estate Group, we go to great lengths to find the answers to most any questions our clients may have. We strive to do our best to personalize your buying or selling experience with firsthand knowledge.
We really like the community.
Do you have any dog barks? We have 2 dogs.
Oh, but we do.
When it's time to choose the team to represent you with all your real estate needs, choose Infinity Real Estate Group. Experience the Infinity way.
Infinity Real Estate Group.
As your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we wear many hats. We take pride in serving our members and our community by going the extra mile in everything we do. Because we not only work here, we live here.
The Hub in North Dickinson is more than your ordinary convenience store. From Godfather's Pizza and the Hub Cafe to gourmet coffee, tea, and more. Stop by early for breakfast or grab something to go. We carry a variety of donuts that we make fresh every day. If your vehicle is dirty, we now have a state-of-the-art car wash at both locations. Stop in and see what we have to offer at the Hub located on North Highway 22 or the Hub West Dakota Oil on East Villard in Dickinson. We're changing the way people think about the convenience store industry.
Independent, straightforward, caring. It's what we are because we are you. Member-owned, member-focused. Western Cooperative Credit Union. Head west for a financial relationship that works for you. Dependable, trustworthy, fair. It's what we are because we are you. Member-owned, member-focused. Western Cooperative Credit Union. Head west for home and auto loans that work for you.
West Dakota Oil and Fitterer Oil Company proudly offers products and services that help fuel our customers' lives with clean burning propane and bulk fuel and convenient on-site delivery with premium farm and road fuels. We provide energy where and when you need it most with locations throughout Southwest North Dakota. West Dakota Oil and Fitterer Oil Company. Locally owned, locally strong. The products you need with the service you deserve.
Your path might start at daybreak, getting everyone in their place. You may step out of bounds or even out on your own. There will be big leaps forward and small steps focused on the grind. No matter what it looks like or where it goes, your path is personal, and that's what makes it powerful. Brevera Bank, Insurance and Wealth. Forge your path.
When is a speed bump a good thing? When it's a free speed bump from Consolidated. Now, for a limited time, you can get a free bump in your internet speed to 1 gig to try for 3 months. Even if you currently have 100 meg, you can bump that speed all the way to 1 gig for no additional charge. It's a free upgrade that only comes once a year, so call now and get in on the free speed bump. Call Consolidated at 483-4000.
Hey folks, it's Rob Wilkinson, Danport Motors 58601, and we are excited. The all-new 2024 and 2025 models have hit the ground. Look at this new Tacoma, brand new design, lots of power. We even have interest rates as low as 1.9 on select models. The all-new Honda Pilot has also hit the ground, and it's quieter and more comfortable than the last one. Come on out and see us at Dan Porter Motors, where your trade values are still sky high. And remember, free car washes for life at Dan Porter Motors 58601.
And on your feet for this second half kickoff.
Timing, you know, it's complaining that they only start before they're supposed to, and we made it back in time.
Well, let's see if the Blue Hawk offense can get on track. If Coach McCarville and the offensive staff can find something to get working in that second half after just a tough first half, both running the football and throwing the football, and just trying to stay in a drive with Stout holding the football for more than 20 minutes and the Blue Hawks less than 10.
Here's the kickoff, high end over end kick. It's going to be right to the goal line, and it's going to be brought out by Ostry, and he's going to break a tackle at the 15, bring it out to about the 17, and that's it. So good coverage. So the Hawks will go to work first and 10, and they'll do so. Bill Dickinson State.
First and 10 for the Blue Hawks from their own 16.
Own 17-yard line.
Well, that's not the way you want to start the second half.
Yeah, sometimes you think you just let that kick sail into the end zone and get it at the 25, but twice Ostry has decided to bring it out.
Well, the Blue Hawks going to come out with a double tight end. Both Houle and Crockett will come out for this first play of the second half.
I'm trying to check out that offensive line and who's in at the tackle and guard position. We'll take a look at that. Again, I think Showalter may be working at center. They put a man in motion. Madler trying to get untracked here in the second half. We're just underway, 12-0 lead. There's that little handoff left side. And again, Zuroff just going to fight, and that's been the storyline. Just unable to move that defensive front and linebacking core. And Braden Zuroff's going, man, give me a little space, and he just has not got it. That'll be a pickup of a yard on the play for Zuroff. Bring up a 2nd down and 9 for Dickinson State.
Well, Zuroff had 2 receptions in the first half for 14 yards. That was the way they got him into open space, but I believe about 14 of those yards came on one play.
Yeah, he rushed for 13 and caught the ball for 17. They come with a little stack to the near side, then they put Stinson in motion from right to left. They're moving to the south end into the wind is Dickinson State. And dropping back to pass Madler, all kinds of pressure. He goes down. And there it is again, that offensive line just getting beat, and they're jawing down there a little bit. Number 58 for Dickinson State. That's Willie Rollins, and that is a rough tackle and sacked all the way back. That'll be a loss of 9 on the play for Zuroff, and it'll bring up, or for Madler, bring up 3rd and a mile now. 3rd and about 18 for Dickinson State. So the offense begins the second half like they were the entire first half, in trouble, 3rd down and long.
Well, the Blue Hawks had a short return and then a short run on 1st down and then a sack on 2nd down, and they're really backed up again.
Madler drops back into the end zone. He's looking downfield, still looking. He tucks it. Now he's going to run with it. He cuts back to the outside. He tries to create something. Still looking across the middle. He's got the tight end, Hool. He breaks the tackle at the 40, and that is Will Madler at his best. And Hool will pick up the 1st down all the way out to the 35-yard line. Oh, we got a flag back there, so let's hang on. Well, probably the way the game's gone, it'll probably come back, but a great effort by Madler. It goes from the 8 out to the 38, and let's see what the call is.
The Blue Hawk offense is going back. So
unbelievable.
Erase that, and that's the 2nd time the Blue Hawks have had a big play erased due to a penalty, and that's something you don't see often. Of course, when the quarterback is running.
Was it an ineligible receiver now?
Yep.
Okay.
That's what I was saying. You know, when you get that quarterback running around a lot, the offensive line isn't sure exactly what's going on behind them, and just got out in front and got a little too far downfield. So the Blue Hawks will have a 3rd down and long inside their own 5 and need to pick up some yardage so that Ty Nelson will have some room to punt the football away.
Well, that erases a 35-yard gain, and Madler's just going to tuck it and run with it. He'll come up the field. He's got some positive yardage out to about the 15. So that'll be a pickup of 12 on the play, but Dickinson State will have to punt the football back. And again, Stout playing the field position game very well in the 2nd and 3rd quarters to their credit. And that's got them all of their points, all 12 of their points, 2 field goals and a touchdown. So give them credit for that.
And another missed opportunity on a 3rd down as Dickinson State was just 1 of 7 in the first half.
There's the punt, and the fair catch taken at the 44, so not a bad effort by Nelson that time. But again, in Dickinson State territory, 4 of their last 5 drives for Stout. And give Dickinson State's defense some credit. They have had their backs against the wall all day, and they have forced a missed field goal, given up 2 field goals and 1 touchdown. And they've had Stout in their backyard all day long in this football game.
And that touchdown was just a great play as Adam Mullen had a back shoulder throw to Hawkinson in the end zone as Cooper McLaughlin had good coverage, but just that back shoulder throw resulted in the score in the first half.
And Dickinson State again steps up defensively. There's a little handoff, and it's going to be a great play coming up defensively. Number 53 for Dickinson State University, Shell Osborne, who's had a nice game. He sacks the runner for a loss on the play that time. And that was the running back used, and that'll go for a loss on the play of about 5 yards.
And Osborne had that sack on the final play of the first half that gave Wisconsin-Stout no opportunity to try and get downfield and get another score just before the halftime break.
So it brings up that situation now of 2nd down and 15 for Stout at the midfield stripe. Let's get down just inside the Dickinson State 35. Mullen again, pistol this time. They'll go in with a little handoff. They're going to run the tight end swing play, and he's tripped up. Nice job coming up defensively that time for Dickinson State and getting a hand on the ankles, and looked like there might be some room. I think that was Cooper McLaughlin making the play for Dickinson State. Ends up being a pickup of 3.
That time they brought the tight end into the backfield, lined up right next to Mullen, and did the handoff kind of on a jet sweep. but Dickinson State able to read it and hold it to a short gain.
It's up second down or make it a third down, in 12 situation. Third down and 12.
Stout's going to clear the backfield. Mullen back there by himself. They'll send 5 wideouts, 3 left, 2 to the right.
Again, Dickinson State readies defensively. Mullen back there, takes the snap, looks across the middle. Oh, he's got some room again. Scrambling around, he breaks the tackle. I think he got first down. He did. He's done that all day. 13 yards. He needed 12, and Mullen goes for 13. First down for Wisconsin-Stout. First down, number 12. So the Hawks defense gives up a big play on third down and 12, and they go for 13 and a first down for Stout.
And Moan did that a couple of times on their touchdown drive as he was able to scramble and pick up first downs, and that was a big one because it was a third down and long. So a big third down conversion for Stout.
So Stout will look at a lead of 12-0, and they get 4 fresh downs. There's the fake of the handoff. They go out in the flat to Evans, and Evans gets a 10-yard pickup on just a little swing pass. That'll go for 10. Now they say 9, so it'll be just shy of first down yardage. And now for Mullen in the ball game, for them, he is 9 of 18 in the passing department for a total of 117 yards. So 1 touchdown and no interception. 2nd and 1 at the DSU 25-yard line.
And the defensive back was playing off of Evans that time, and once he caught the football, he had plenty of room to get upfield and got a 9-yard gain, brings up a 2nd down and a yard.
Moan out of the shotgun this time. Will drop back again, rolls to his near side. He's going to fire it in the end zone. He's got a man wide open. Touchdown. They got the pass off and wide open in the end zone. Leckler, the wide receiver, the senior, and man, he was wide open. And he races into the end zone, 18-0 with the PAT attempt. Upcoming as that one covers 25 yards, touchdown on the 25-yard touchdown pass.
And a good throw that time, too, as he led the receiver. The receiver had about a 2-step lead on Medlock, the defensive back, in coverage that time, and able to come up with the big catch and the touchdown for the Blue Devils and increase that lead to 18-0, possibly 19 as Cool in for the PAT.
PAT kick is up, looks good, and it is good. So it's a 19-0 lead for Stout. Other than we're looking back at regular season games and playoff games, the Hawks at times have trailed by this amount, but it's probably been, like Jim said, pre-COVID era, since the Hawks have been down in a regular season game. 19-0. That's like 5 to 10 years, but it is right now 19-0 Stout with 9:45 left to go. Put together a great drive. Again, the punt into the wind, the breakdown offensively with the ineligible receiver when it looked like the Hawks were moving. It's been that kind of day, and it continues to be that kind of a day for Dickinson State. It's 19-0 Stout. We're back in 30 seconds.
The Eagles Club in downtown Dickinson is the best place to get together with your friends and enjoy a nice cold beverage any time of the day. They have weekly lunch specials from 11 to 1:30 and beer and wings Thursdays from 5 to 9. The Eagles is also available for your special event. Call now to reserve your date. You'll find everything the Eagles is planning on their Facebook page, and you can check out their monthly calendar to see all the entertainment and events going on. Whether you're looking for something different for lunch or something fun to do with your friends, try the Eagles in downtown Dickinson.
Well, Cool will kick it off. Got 5 plays, 44 yards. Touchdown pass hauled in by Leckler, and it's a lead of 19-0. There's the kickoff. Austri takes it again. Breaks out across the 20, and he'll be run down at about the 22-yard line. Good coverage downfield by Stout.
First and 10 from their own 21.
Looking for revenge. Dickinson State went into Menominee, Wisconsin, and beat them 24-21 last year. Stout coming into the back, and they're trying to hand Dickinson State a rare home loss, and they're in command right now. Up in the football game, 19-0 with 9:36 left to play in the third quarter.
Well, 2 things on that drive. Number 1, the third down conversion as they let Mullen scramble, and then the second thing was the breakdown in coverage that got the touchdown on the board.
There's a fake of the handoff to Zuroff. He stays in the block. They're going deep downfield. They got Clark at the 40. He's at the 30 down to the 25-yard line. Now I'm going to look for flags because that's the kind of day it's been. I don't see any. So that will go from the 21. another 29 yards, and then you tack on another 20. That's 49, and another 5, a 54-yard pass play to Clark, his first catch of the day.
And Clark had to slow down a little bit to make the catch. If that's out in front of him a little bit more, he maybe is in the end zone.
Madler looking across the middle. He goes out in the flat, and then we got flagged down. Well, they're not going to call interference on that play. It looked like Stinson got hung up, but the flag did not come up by the defensive back, number 5 that time. But Brewer got away with one, and the flag didn't come out, so it'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 on the incompletion.
Well, that may be a situation of an uncatchable ball as it was way out in front of the receiver. Either that or the official didn't think it was pass interference. Either way, the Blue Hawks don't get a penalty and brings up a 2nd down and 10.
Madler now 9-19, 146 yards, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 2nd and 10 at the 26 of Stout. Again, Madler all kinds of time. It's like 7-on-7. He's looking, he's firing, and he's going to throw it away. Good coverage downfield that time, so it'll bring up a 3rd down and 10 for Dickinson State.
Well, he had Clark in the end zone, just threw it out a little bit too far out in front of him as Clark was unable to catch up with the football. As Madler had just had all kinds of time, finally was running out of time, rolled to his right and threw it into the end zone, but too far out in front of Clark, and brings up a 3rd down and 10. This is probably 4-down territory. I think if you're Coach Stanton, you want 6 or 7 or nothing, because 3 points is not going to be a big deal. I think you just want to try and get the 1st down and keep this drive alive.
Well, and you're going into the wind, so it makes the field goals even tougher. So back to pass. Here comes the pressure. Madler slips away from it, tucks it, throws it across, and it throws it into a crowd. And that's going to go incomplete.
The Blue Hawk coaches wanted defensive holding on that one, as it looked like the defensive back got a hold of the jersey of Stinson and kind of pulled him away, but nonetheless, the incompletion brings up a 4th down and 10.
So 4th and 10 at the 26 of Stout. Again, Dickinson State trailing 19-0. Madler wins both ways. Zuroff will most likely stay in and block. He goes right to left. They have to get to the about 16, just shy of the 16. Here comes the pressure. Madler again steps away from it. It's batted up in the air. It's going to be picked up by one of the offensive linemen for Dickinson State, but Stout again gets the stop as they come, and they get to Madler. Madler looks like he got his hand stung a little bit on the helmet of somebody. He's looking at it. So it goes incomplete, and it'll bring up a turnover on downs. And offensively, just not there for Dickinson State today, and the challenge gets harder as the game moves on for the Blue Hawks.
Well, you thought that maybe with that big catch and the Blue Hawks getting deep into Stout territory that the offense would maybe get a little bit of a boost, but then after that it was 4 and out, and a great job by the Stout defense in turning the Blue Hawks over on downs.
Well, Stout actually has to start one of the few times in the ball game in their own territory at their own 31-yard line, leading 19-0. Boy, that was a big series for their defense. Hawks were moving and just couldn't have taken advantage of. There's the play. It's going to be a catch and a tackle, but a pickup of about 8 on the play.
Just a little swing pass to Evans and broke a tackle right at the line of scrimmage and picked up about 8 yards on 1st down.
So it'll bring up 11 of 20 now in the passing game for Moan. And he has thrown for 150 yards, 2 touchdowns and no interceptions. 2nd down and 2 at the 39, their own 39-yard line.
And going back to that 3rd down that they missed, the Blue Hawks just now 1 of 9 on 3rd down and 0 of 2 on 4th down.
Ready to go to work. There's the man in motion. They're going to run that jet sweep on the carry, and not much doing. A big hit there coming up, making the hit is Hartman, it looks like, for Dickinson State. It'll be where do they put it down at? Not for 1st down yardage, so he needed 2, and he got 2 yards on the play. So 1st down for Wisconsin-Stout.
They just ran that jet sweep with Ben Carls, and he got hit and upended, but got 2 yards and got the 1st down just across the 41-yard line.
1st and 10, 7.5 remaining. That clock now with that 19-point lead really becoming a friend for Wisconsin-Stout. If they get 1st downs and eat up this 3rd quarter, they're in good shape. There's Moan keeping it. He gets to the outside, and he's got about 8 yards on the play. He read it well. So Moan will go for 8 yards, and that's another first down in the football game, or shy of a first down, second down and 8 for Stout, who has now rushed for 100 yards and passed for 150. It'll bring up 2nd and 2 at the 49 of Stout.
And a good hustle by Jackson Willems, the linebacker, to stop Moan short of first down yardage.
Right now, you just see the confidence in this Stout offense. They have won the battle both ways. The line of scrimmage has really been the storyline in this ball game for Stout. They've won it on the offensive line and the defensive line in this football game. Again, they put the man in motion. Moan's going to fake. Moan's going to go down. He's going to be hit. There's our ENG lending sack. There's our second one of the ball game. It's as easy as 456 loan. Your area's #1 choice for home loans. That's ENG lending. Phone 456 loan on the web at 456loan.com.
A big sack that time by Shell Osborne. He's got both sacks this afternoon. The outside linebacker came in on the blitz, and Moen had no chance to even turn and set up as Osborne was right on his back and got the sack, and a big loss. Brings up a third down at about 15.
Yeah, 3rd and 15. Now here's a big third down play. Moen has hit a couple of them in this ball game, and he did one earlier in this quarter.
And he's run for him, too.
Yes. It is a third down as we got flags down. Let's see what we got. Timeout, Wisconsin-Stout. So they'll take a timeout. We'll do the same. 6 minutes remaining, third quarter. Wisconsin-Stout in command, 19-0 over Dickinson State. We'll be back in 30 seconds on KDIX and Consolidated Live.
At Infinity Real Estate Group, we go to great lengths to find the answers to most any questions our clients may have. We strive to do our best to personalize your buying or selling experience with firsthand knowledge.
I really love Dickinson. How is the weather here in North Dakota?
You know what? It's amazing. We can have all 4 seasons in 1 week. When it's time to choose the team to represent you with all your real estate needs, choose Infinity Real Estate Group. Experience the Infinity way.
Infinity Real Estate Group.
Much, Tristan. They got to turn the right mic up. Again, Dickinson State trailing 19-0 to Wisconsin-Stout with 6 minutes left in the third quarter.
And this could be the play of the game for both teams, because if Wisconsin-Stout can get a first down, get them into Blue Hawk territory, a lot of confidence, and they'll run that clock down as it's down to 6 minutes.
Empty backfield again for Moan. There's the snap. Here comes some pressure. They go across the middle. They got the receiver. He got it, I think. Oh, no, he's going to be a little bit shy right at the 50-yard line, but they go. They needed 14, and they got 13, so it'll be a 13-yard reception, but it'll be 4th and about a yard.
We'll see if Wisconsin-Stout's going to lead their offense out there, because they've got a lot of confidence and could go for it and try for the knockout blow, but it looks like they're going to bring the punt team in.
Well, the one thing is they've got the wind at their back. If they get a good punt, they can pin Dickinson State in their own territory, and Dickinson State's offense has been their own worst enemy today with a good defensive front. Kind of a different alignment. Now they snap out of it. Looks like the Blue Hawks are going to come with it. A lot of pressure, but they'll get off the punt. High end over end punt. Just the Hawks are going to get away from it. Hunter signals for the fair catch, and it bounces into the end zone, so they'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. And see if the Blue Hawk offense can get going with 5:05 remaining to play. Third quarter, 19-0. The Hawks offense basically for 2.5 quarters has rushed for 34 yards, passed for 146 yards. So they're at about 180 total yards in the on the day, and they average this season, as we said, offensively for Dickinson State, averaging total yards in the football games this season, 275, which is well below what it was last year, but again, not even close to that today. So they'll go to work at their own 20-yard line, trailing 19-0. You're getting into the category where it's almost must. They left back, Madler across the middle. He's got a receiver. Is that the tight end from Glendive, the redshirt freshman? Let's see. Nope, that's Meineke coming up with the catch. So Meineke comes up with the catch. That'll be an 11-yard catch, a first down for Dickinson State. First down, number 7 for the Blue Hawks.
The Blue Hawk offense needs to get going, because they've only got the wind for about a little more than 4.5 minutes.
Yeah, they're going into the wind right now, so fourth quarter they will have the wind at their back. Back to pass, Madler, all kinds of time. He's got Meineke open again at the 41, and I think he got enough. That'll be another 10-yard reception for Meineke. It'll be the 8th first down for Dickinson State. They'll move the chains again.
Well, the Blue Hawks, what they're doing is the outside receivers are taking off, and then the tight end kind of clears that mid-range, and Meineke is just coming across the middle in that little gap between the linebackers and the defensive backs. So back-to-back plays where the Blue Hawks have been able to get Meineke into that gap in the defensive between the linebackers and the defensive back.
2 first downs in a row for the Blue Hawks. There's Meineke again. Oh, and he dropped it. Oh, my goodness. You got to catch those when you're that wide open. And he has dropped it at the 45 of Wisconsin-Stout. So it goes incomplete. Madler now 12 of 22, 167 in yardage, no touchdowns and 2 interceptions.
That's a second drop this afternoon for the Blue Hawk wide receiving corps, and both of them have been in tough situations, and we'll see if the Blue Hawk offense can kind of pick themselves up after that drop by Meineke.
Would have been a first down. Madler back. Here comes some pressure now. He'll step away from it. He's got a receiver out there. Stinson will come down with a nice catch by Stinson in Stout territory down at the 41-yard line.
No, they're going to say it was out of bounds. They're going to call the incompletion.
Let's take a look at that. I'm going to replay with Trace and show us one here. There's the throw by Madler. Stout, the defensive back is there, steps up in front of it, goes up in the air, comes down with it. That foot was in bounds. That was a catch that time, but we don't have instant replay. Thanks for that great replay, Trace. Good look at it anyway. So it'll bring up a 3rd down and 10 for Dickinson State. And again, they get into that rut, getting a couple of good plays and then just missing on a couple of other ones. So it'll be 3rd down and 10 at their own 42-yard line. Dickinson State trailing 19-0, 3:50 left to go. 3rd quarter, Madler back. Again, some good time. Again, he just throws that one out for Stinson. And let's see what we've got going on over there. That's an incompletion, so the punting unit will come on for Dickinson State. And again, nobody close to being open that time. So 2 quick first downs. 4th down. They're going to go for it here. Well, let's wait and see.
Well, Madler and the offense still out on the field.
They're going to go for it looks like.
Well, that's showing a lot of confidence in the defense.
But Madler can punt, too. Remember that.
That's true.
That's one of the things he does. He is a punter also. So they run out of that, and he'll drop back and roll out to his right. But he's not going to this time. They go on the near sideline, and that's covered up.
The pass is incomplete.
It's going to be, I thought, maybe a late hit over there. It goes incomplete. So the Hawks turn it over on downs, going for it. And they're just trying to make something happen. And that, again, was not even close to being a successful play. So credit the Stout defense. They have just come up with plays when they need them today, and they have done it both offensively and defensively. They're by far the better team on the field today in this football game.
Well, now Dickinson State 1 of 10 on 3rd down, 0 of 3 on 4th down. So the Blue Hawks, when they get late in the possession, unable to convert, as Stout has really picked things up in the late downs.
So Stout will take over at the DSU 42. Out in the flat they go. A little one-on-one. Evans over there trying to get to the corner, and he does. And Hartwell will run him out of bounds, so it'll be a pickup to the 29, so that's a 13-yard pickup.
And how many times have they run that play to Devontae Evans, where he's just been out wide, takes a step to the side, they throw it to him, and then he goes one-on-one with the defensive back, and that time able to juke Hartwell and get to the sideline and get the first down, as that has been a very successful play this afternoon for the Blue Devils.
Well, it's a 13 of 23 afternoon, 176, 2 touchdowns, no interception day for Moen. And Stout again now with the wind at their back and 3:15 left to go, leading 19-0. Would love to get at least 3 out of this. Moen, he's got all kinds of time. He's going in the end zone, and it's incomplete. Coverage bound there. That by time by DeMarco, and the pass incomplete. So it'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 at the 28 of Dickinson State.
Good coverage as Ben Carl's right at the line of the end zone, and the ball overthrown. And a situation where Moen was trying to put the football in a place where only his guy could catch it, and just threw it over the top of Carl's for the incompletion, but still 2nd down and 10 inside the 30 for the Blue Devils.
Now this is the final non-conference game for Dickinson State University. They're 1-0 in the conference, 2-0 overall. That's all conference from here on out. There's that little swing pass, a little wide receiver screen. And that's going to go for pickup yardage. Where they put it down at? About the 22, maybe 21. They say the 21, so it'll be about 3 yards shy, so that's about a 7-yard pickup on the play. 3rd down and 3 for Stout.
Just a little wide receiver screen to Carls as he got the football turned upfield, got good yardage, brings up a 3rd down and manageable for the Blue Devils in a situation where it may be 4 downs for the Blue Devils at the 20-yard line. Kicking into the wind might be, or with the wind, might be a little difficult from this range, but we'll see what the Blue Devils do on this 3rd down and short, as they have had success on 3rd down, where the Blue Hawks have not.
Well, they have the wind at their back, so the field goal opportunity. There's Moan. Again, he's got 1st down yardage. He just does that so well, and the Hawks have not been able to stop it. He'll pick up 6, and that's another 1st down. And it comes with 2:20 left to go. 1st down, number 16 for Wisconsin-Stout.
And a design run that time by Moan as he just faked the handoff, pulled the football back and went out the right side, just kind of tucked himself inside that offensive line. They got the push going and got it inside the 15-yard line, and another 4 downs for the Blue Devils.
14-yard line is where they put it down, 1st and 10.
Under 2 minutes left in the quarter.
Wisconsin-Stout now 95 rushing in the football game. 183 passing, so they're closing in on 300 yards, and the Hawks trying to get to 200 yards. There's the snap, fake, nope, they go with the handoff straight ahead, and about a pickup on the play to the 19 about the line of scrimmage, or 14, and it goes to about the 12. On the carry that time, Ben Tockelton, and picks up about 2 on the rush, so it'll bring up a 2nd down and 8, and the ball again spotted at the 12-yard line of Dickinson State. 7th play of this drive for Wisconsin-Stout began at the DSU 42-yard line after the Hawks went for it on 4th and 10. Stout again lines up. This time they put the tight end in the slot. So double tight end, one up tight, one in the slot. The wide receiver wide left. There's the handoff again, straight ahead, not much doing, and the ball gets inside the 10 to about the 9. So that's a pickup of about 3 more on the play. And it'll bring up 3rd down, and let's call it 3rd and 5 for Stout at the 9-yard line of Dickinson State. This probably will be the final play of the quarter, and I'm thinking, well, Stout, they're close enough. You get a field goal here, you got the wind at your back. I don't know if they'll take a timeout to keep it at the back before they head towards the south end in the 4th quarter, but they do have it here with 25 seconds remaining to play and 19-0 on the CHI St. Alexius South scoreboard. There's the snap, rolling out, Moan, looking again, just fires it across. The defensive back fell down, the receiver fell down, so it goes as an incomplete pass. You see, he was back on the coverage that time, bodies flipping and sliding all over the place.
I believe, is that DeMarco?
And number 6, it was DeMarco, and the receiver also slipped down, so it goes incomplete, and here comes Cool in to attempt the field goal. Be a short field goal. He's hit from 45 and 34 and missed from 35.
This one's going to be about a 27-yarder on the right hash.
Okay, the 27-yard field goal attempt is up and coming here with 14 seconds left to go. And there's the good snap. The placement down. The kick is up. It looks good, and it is good. So again, 22-0 now. Wisconsin-Stout with the lead over Dickinson State as we will get ready to head to the 4th quarter with 11 seconds remaining. Nice drive again by Stout. They've been doing a good job of getting points on these short drives. Another one, that is the 6th drive that has begun in Dickinson State territory, and Stout has scored on 5, or makes it 4 of them. They have hit 3 field goals and have scored a touchdown in this football game on those short drives, and they do it there. The 27-yard field goal by Cool makes it a lead of 22-0. It comes with 14 seconds left to go. 3rd quarter, Stout in the lead over Dickinson State. We're back in 30 seconds on Consolidated and KDIX.
As your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we wear many hats. We take pride in serving our members and our community by going the extra mile in everything we do. Because we not only work here, we live here.
They go a total of 42 yards in those 7 plays, get the field goal from Cool of 27 yards and lead it 22-0. Cool with the kickoff, high shorter kick this time. It's going to be fielded right at the 1-yard line by Dickinson State. And they bring it back. That's Brown. He'll bring it back to about the 20-yard line, and that's where he'll be run down. And that will be, well, nope, maybe time for one more play. Nope, time down to 3 seconds. So DSU will begin down 22-0. I'm just jogging my memory to remember a regular season game in the last, well, it's 24, going back to the COVID year 20, and then go back a couple of years, almost, I'm trying to remember, where Dickinson State at home has not scored through 3 quarters. I don't know if it's happened in a Pete Stanton era. I don't think so, but I guess we'd have to look back and dig a little bit, and I'm not going to do that right now, but DSU will begin at their own 20-yard line. Nadler will bring them up with 4 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Gunlack will go, Ostby will go in motion. They'll swing it out on the flat and trying to break a tackle out across the 25 to about the 26. On that reception, that'll go for 6 yards on the reception, trying to get the guy that caught it out there. Is that Zuroff out there that came up with it? That'll be the end. Nope, that's 14. Excuse me. That is Gunlack who came up with it. So 6-yard reception, but that's the end of the third quarter through 3. It's all Wisconsin-Stout on the CHI St. Alexius South scoreboard. 22-0 over Dickinson State. We'll come back with the fourth and final quarter for you on this Saturday afternoon in 30 seconds.
The Hub in North Dickinson is more than your ordinary convenience store. From Godfather's Pizza and the Hub Cafe to gourmet coffee, tea, and more. Stop by early for breakfast or grab something to go. We carry a variety of donuts that we make fresh every day. If your vehicle is dirty, we now have a state-of-the-art car wash at both locations. Stop in and see what we have to offer at the Hub located on North Highway 22 or the Hub West Dakota Oil on East Villard in Dickinson. We're changing the way people think about the convenience store industry.
9-7-9.
All right, ready to go to work. Dickinson State trailing 22-0. Wisconsin-Stout will come out in that 4-man front right now against Dickinson State. They're going to play a lot of prevent defense up by 22 because they know the Hawks are going to go and throw 2nd and 4. There's a pass out. It goes to Stinson, and he's going to be close. I think he got enough for first down yardage. That'll be a first down as he picks up 6 on that reception for Stinson. 6-yard pickup. Second down for Dickinson State. That will be first down, number 9 in the ball game. They had just 5 in the entire first half. Nadler again on the flat. He's got a wide open Clark, and Clark will break a tackle and then step out of bounds. So that pass play will be another first down, and they'll go from the 32-yard line. That was Clark, or Stinson, excuse me, number 5. And that will go for a pickup on the play of 13. And it'll bring up a first down and 10 for Dickinson, 10th first down. Again, Nadler, time, looks, pumps, fires. He's got a receiver down underneath. Gunlack will come up with that. That'll be a pickup on the play from the 46 of Dickinson State to the 43. That's a 12-yard pickup. Nadler finding a nice rhythm, but it's all prevent defense. Over 200 yards now passing, 204, but no touchdowns and 2 interceptions. And now what do we got? The Stout want a timeout? Yep, they do, so they'll take a timeout. 14:02 left to go on this one on the CHI St. Alexius South scoreboard. 22-0. Stout with the lead over Dickinson State. We'll come back to the back in 30 seconds on Consolidated Live and KDIX.
Fans, once again, the winning ticket number was
independent, straightforward, caring. It's what we are because we are you. Member-owned, member-focused. Western Cooperative Credit Union. Head west for a financial relationship that works for you. Dependable, trustworthy, fair. It's what we are because we are you. Member-owned, member-focused. Western Cooperative Credit Union. Head west for home and auto loans that work for you.
Seconds into this fourth quarter, the Hawks have moved from their own 20 down to the Stout 43. Nadler now 16 of 29 for 204 yards passing, but no touchdowns and 2 interceptions. His first 2 interceptions of the season coming, one in the end zone and one at midfield earlier in the first half. Nadler again ready out of the shotgun. Brown stays in the backfield, dropping back. Got some time. He's going deep. Throws it downfield for Stinson. Stinson back there. Did he come up with it? Nope, incomplete. Good effort by Stinson. Good throw by Madler, but good coverage deep downfield also by Stout. So good job on the defensive end by Stout. 16 of 30 now for Madler in that passing department. So 2nd down and 10 for Dickinson State. Looking at it all in one play. Again, Brown will stay in the backfield. Let's see if they go to him out of the backfield on 2nd and 10. Madler ready. Long count. Drops back out of the gun. Got a receiver. Stinson nearly bobbled. Picks it up at the 40. He's at the 35. Spins his way down to the 27-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 18 on that reception. Nice catch and run good by Stinson.
And this has kind of been the C.J. Stinson drive, as that's his 3rd catch on this possession. Bobbled it initially, but kept his eye on the football, able to come up with it, turn upfield, and get the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 27 of Stout. Got substitutes checking in, so they'll let the substitutes get set. The official comes over the football. 13:25 remaining to play. Sometimes wonder, there you go, Madler will step back and he'll go out of the shotgun. Trips to the far side. Meineke right below us to the near side. Long count. Back to pass. Madler, pressure, steps away from it. He's just going to drop it down and throw it away. Coverage was there, so it'll go incomplete. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10. That does stop the clock with 13:04 remaining to play on the CHI St. Alexius South scoreboard. So far, Stout has pitched the shutout against Dickinson State. And as we said, a regular season shutout has been a rarity. When I get back to the record books over the weekend, we'll have to look and see if the Hawks have been shut out at home. It's been a long, long time. Back to pass. Madler trying to put an end to that. Here's some pressure. He steps away from it. Throws it across the middle. Nearly intercepted. Boy, he threw that across the body, across the field. Meineke was almost triple covered, and it goes incomplete. So 3rd down and 10. And, of course, this is 4-down territory for Dickinson State. So it'll be 3rd and 10 at the Stout 27.
And the Blue Hawks on 3rd down, just 1 of 10 in the ball game. And they are 0 of 3 on 4th down. So late in the drive, it's been tough for the Blue Hawks as they have converted just 1 3rd or 4th down in the ball game.
Yeah, it's been a miserable day offensively for Dickinson State. Let's see if Madler can turn around. Across the middle, he's got Stinson open at the 5. He's inside the 5 down to the 4. And that'll be a pickup of 23 as Stinson got open and hauls it in. That'll stop the clock with the 1st down.
Stinson lost his helmet once again, so he'll check out of the ball game. And the Blue Hawks will bring another receiver in.
10th play of the drive. It'll be 1st and goal. And they spot it at the 5-yard line. Madler has Brown in the backfield. Looking. He's got time across the middle, and he throws another interception. He tried to get it to Clark, and he threw it right into his hands. 3rd interception of the ball game. Unbelievable. So the Hawks on the drive come up empty again. And, well, you know, it's been that kind of day and that kind of play by the Hawks offense. And it just has not been there. 18 of 35 now. Stout's defense again comes up with the interception on the play. And the 10-play drive goes for naught for Dickinson State, and Stout will get the football back and keep the shutout intact. That's 2 interceptions in the end zone today, both happening from the 5-yard line.
And both times he's tried to hit a receiver coming across the back side of the end zone, and both times the defensive back has jumped the route and been able to get the turnover.
There's the carry, and that time it'll be a big loss. Let's see. The line of scrimmage at 20 all the way back to the 16. Let's see who carried the ball. I'm thinking it's entangled down there. Let's see who the running back was. I think it's Zero, but I'm not sure on the play. I think it was Hughes who's in the backfield. It was, so he will lose 6 on the play. So it'll bring up a 2nd down and 14. So 2nd and 14.
The Blue Hawk defense needs to either come up with a turnover or get a 3 and out to have a chance as the clock approaching the 11:45 mark here in the 4th.
Stout now only 90 yards rushing in the football game. They've had a couple of big losses and a couple of sacks also. There's that little swing pass out on the side to Evans, and Evans gets back to the original line of scrimmage at 20 plus 2 to the 22, so that's an 8-yard reception. It'll bring up 3rd down and about 7 for Stout. Has the ball out at the, let's see where they finally put it down, at the 23-yard line of Wisconsin-Stout.
That's about the 5th or 6th time they've done that with Evans. It's just thrown the football on the snap and gets to the outside and let Evans try and get into some open space and got a good gain and brings up a 3rd down and manageable for the Blue Devils.
So 3rd down and 7 at the 23 of Dickinson State.
Clock ticking under the 11-minute mark here. Stout taking their dear sweet time as that play clock down to 5.
Well, Moan will go into the naked backfield and he'll drop back. Here comes the pressure across the flat. He's got a receiver. He's not going to get first down yardage. Hauling it in that time was Leckler, and he'll go for no gain on the completion. So punt time for Wisconsin-Stout. But speaking of time, they took some time off the scoreboard, up by 22. That's just what they wanted to do, and they did do that, so they'll punt it away. And again, time really their biggest friend here. That's Dickinson State's, besides turnover, is their biggest problem. And for Wisconsin-Stout, the clock is their best friend in this football game. And back in to do the punting for Wisconsin-Stout. Ben Carls will drop back to do it. There's the punt. End over end into the wind. Nice punt. And it'll be a fair catch at the 38, line of scrimmage at 23. That's 27.
Brings up a 1st and 10 for the Blue Hawks.
The foundation spot.
It's not the end of the game.
Yeah, but don't you have to read it during the game?
Oh, yeah, we'll do that. I do that right before the end of the game. And then I'll do it in the post game, yeah. So we'll come back to that in just a moment. Dickinson State again will take over. And they'll take over with 10:08 remaining to play in the football game. The Blue Hawks 20, or rather the Wisconsin-Stout Blue Devils 22. Dickinson State taking over in the ball game, down 22-0. All right, Madler will go back to work. His 3rd interception of the day. 18 for 35. He's got it out in the flat. He's got Meineke for a short gain. That'll be a pickup from the 39 to the 46, a 7-yard pickup.
A 7-yard gain brings up a
36th attempt. He's going to go over a total of 40 attempts passing, and you don't see that often for the Blue Hawks. Again, back to pass. Madler rolls. Madler strips away from the pressure. Looks downfield. He's got a man down there behind everybody. It's caught, and it's going to be a touchdown. That's, I believe, Clark coming up with the catch. Is that number 6? Or is that Caldron? 5. That's Stinson. Okay. So Stinson will come up with it. Let's see as they come back. Do we have a flag down? Yeah, we do. Guess what? That will go for a touchdown pass of 61 yards.
Roughing the passer.
Roughing the passer. I still want to see, Trace, can you run me a replay on that? I want to make sure who caught that. Thank you so much. Let's see who caught it. There's a roughing the passer penalty, but let's see who came up with the catch down there behind everybody. That's number 6, correct? I believe so. Now it's a touchdown regardless on the play. 6 or 5? Who caught it? 6? Thank you. All right, there's the PAT attempt, and it's good for Dickinson State. So that is a touchdown pass of 61 yards. Madler, and that I believe is Calderon, Adrian Calderon, the freshman wide receiver, coming up with the catch. And that makes Madler 20 of 37 on the day. And that one is 61 yards, puts him over 300 yards passing. 323 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions, makes it a 22-7 ball game with 9:38 remaining to play on the CHI St. Alexius South scoreboard.
And they'll put the roughing the passer penalty on the kickoff, so Dickinson State will kick off from midfield.
And they'll probably onside kick it, I would suspect here.
Well, it looks like
on your feet for
Wisconsin-Stout's thinking the same thing, as they've got a lot of wide receivers up at the 40-yard line.
Quick drive for the Blue Hawks, 2 plays. The shutout is gone for Dickinson State, so I don't have to go back and look through my memory books at all. So, but it makes it 22-7, 9:38 remaining to play on the CHI St. Alexius South scoreboard. There's a kick into the end zone, so Stout, no onside kick, so Stout will get the ball back at the 25-yard line, and that's where they'll go to work at. Stout has 1 timeout remaining. They don't care. They want to get the clock down. Dickinson State has 3 remaining. So 22-7. Defense back out there for Dickinson State.
Well, for as much as the defense has been out there and for as much as they've been in their own territory, 22 on the board is kind of impressive. But the lone thing is that 7 on the board for Dickinson State with the 2 turnovers in the red zone could be, 14. Could it be 21? Could it be 13? You just never know.
The game of football, there's a carry straight ahead and a little scoot from the 25 to the 29. Carrying the ball that time is Conklin, and that'll go for, let's call it a pickup of 4 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down and 6. We've got a Blue Hawk down. I want to see who that number is. It might be Wyatt Anderson, number 50, so let's wait and see. 94 yards rushing in the football game. We haven't had a lot of rushing. 94 for Stout and Dickinson State, an unbelievable amount. They have only a total of 34 yards rushing in this football game, and he is down. I'm trying to see what happened to him. Let's take a look. He went down pretty quickly. Trainer Trim, well, he's up okay. That's good to see. I think that's Wyatt, number 50.
Now here's the question, Rod. How many times has Dickinson State run the football here in the second half?
I'll look back at my play-by-play sheet here. I don't think they've run it very often in the second half. Let's take a look.
They had, 12 carries for 31 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they haven't run it very. Zuroff had a carry to begin the second half. That's 1. Well, and that 2. There's 2. 2 times I think they've run the football in the second half. Again, ready to go to work. At quarterback is Moen. He's looking at a 2nd and 6 at his own 29-yard line. Have the injury timeout.
Well, there's still 20 seconds on the play clock, and I'm sure Stout's just going to milk that down and get the game clock under 9 minutes.
Yeah, they're in no hurry, and you don't blame them. Up 22-7. Moen's going to keep it. Breaks to the outside. He's got room. He's to the corner. He's on the 45-yard line. He just kind of tucks in. And the Blue Hawks have not read that well all day long. Did not read that well. So Moen will go from the 20, well, let's call it the 29 out to the 44. A 17-yard pickup for Moen on the play.
That time he just faked the jet sweep to the right and kind of snuck out the back door and got to the corner. And Cooper McLaughlin made a big tackle, because if McLaughlin doesn't trip him up at the 44, Moen had all kinds of green in front of him and not many blue jerseys over in that territory.
Well, it makes it a 1st down and 10 at the 44. That's where they'll go to work, their own 44. But it gives them 4 fresh downs. Again, they go out to Evans, and he's going to be hit after a pickup of 2. Hartwell coming up, so that'll be a 2-yard pickup. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8, or 2nd and 8. 14 or make it 15 of 29 now for Moen in the ball game. For 177 yards, 2 touchdowns and no interception. 2nd and 8 at the 46 of Stout. With 8 minutes left to go, Stout up by a score of 22-7 over Dickinson State.
And that's been a staple for the Blue Devils, just throwing it out to Evans and letting him go one-on-one with the defensive backs. They haven't got big gains out of it, but every time he's gotten positive yardage.
So 2nd down and 7. There's a handoff again, left side, and not much doing. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage +1. We'll call it a 1-yard pickup. It'll bring up 3rd down. And let's make it 3rd down at the 47, and it'll be 3rd down and about 6. 7.5 minutes left to go.
And it's a big play now for both teams, the Blue Hawk defense, the Blue Devil offense, because if the Blue Devils can pick up another 1st down, they can take another couple of minutes off, as we're already down to around 7 minutes left here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, time, nothing's impossible, but time is so, you get that 22-0 lead going in the 4th quarter. Possessions and time are so much in favor of Wisconsin-Stout, you just don't know if Dickinson State can overcome it. There's the pressure. There's another ENG lending sack. And that's as easy as 456. Your area's #1 choice for home loans. Phone 456 Loan or on the web at 456loan.com. ENG, your area's #1 choice for home loans. And I think, Jim, that is number 3 or 4 in the sack department.
That's number 3, and that's Brooks Talbot picking up the tackle and the sack as the Blue Hawks. Let's see, I think the Blue Hawks are going to take a timeout and force the timeout to stop the clock and give them a chance. But Talbot with the sack there, and Shell Osborne has the other 2. So the Blue Hawks on the season now with 14 total sacks. But most importantly, brings up the 4th down.
And it brings up the fact that if you are a Dickinson State alumni, look to give back to your alma mater or stay up to date on events taking place at DSU, contact the Dickinson State Heritage Foundation. They provide scholarships for students, events for alumni throughout the year, and strives to be the premier support for the university's global learning environment. Interested in learning more about the foundation? Contact the team at 701-483-2486 or visit the DSUFoundation.org. And of course, we'll have our DSU play of the game brought to you by the DSU Heritage Foundation in the post game.
Brings up a 4th and 15 from the Blue Devil.
So 4th and 15. The punt upcoming here for Stout. Carls will do the punting. Again, kind of into that wind, but he hangs it up nicely, and Hunter's going to come underneath it and take it at the 34. So Dickinson State will go to work at their own 34-yard line. 6:43 left to go in the football game. Wisconsin-Stout 22, Dickinson State 7 on the CHI St. Alexius Health scoreboard.
The Blue-Hawks need to go in a hurry, and it'd be nice to get a long touchdown on a short drive like they did on their last possession, where it took 2 plays, and Calderon got way behind the defense, and Madler was able to hit him and get on the board quick.
So it brings up 1st down and 10. Madler ready. He'll put Stinson in motion. It becomes a trips formation to Madler's right. Across the middle, Stinson again had it and drops it. It goes incomplete. So to bring up a 2nd down and 10, and that's almost what you want to do. It would have been a gain of about 2. They'll stop the clock at the 6:40 mark, and you know the Hawks are going to go on 4th down now, down by, 15 with 6:40 left to go, 22-7. Madler, that is his 38th pass attempt in this football game for 323 yards, no touchdowns, and 3 interceptions he has thrown in this football game. Again, ready to go to work, Will Madler. Madler takes the snap. Here comes some pressure. They put a little more on him. He looks out in the flat. This time he's got the receiver. Nice catch and run across the 50 down to about the 33. That one hauled in by Clark, and Clark will go on the play from the 34 down to the 42. 24-yard reception on the pass play.
And a nice gain, and then the 1st down stops the clock to give the Blue-Hawks a chance to get to the line and snap it quick.
16th 1st down now for Dickinson State. Again, Madler with time. Again, looking to his right. Again, he's going to fire it downfield. He's got Clark wide open. He's got a touchdown. Clark comes up with the catch with 6:06 left to go. And that will go. It's a touchdown pass, a 42-yarder to Clark on the touchdown pass for Dickinson State. So a 42-yard TD pass to Samaj Clark, and the Hawks trail 22-13 with 6:02 remaining to play.
And great play by Clark as the ball was thrown to the backside of him, had to make the adjustment, able to make the catch, and then fell down just as he crossed the end zone. So, like I said, need points quick.
Well, they got it. That was a 3-play drive. The last one, a 2-play drive. PAT kick is good. Makes it 22-14 in favor of Dickinson State. Or in favor of Wisconsin-Stout over Dickinson State, 22-14. 6:02 left to go. We'll take a 30-second break. Back with the Hawks kickoff in 30.
West Dakota Oil and Fitterer Oil Company proudly offers products and services that help fuel our customers' lives with clean burning propane and bulk fuel and convenient on-site delivery with premium farm and road fuels. We provide energy where and when you need it most, with locations throughout Southwest North Dakota. West Dakota Oil and Fitterer Oil Company. Locally owned, locally strong. The products you need with the service you deserve.
On your feet for this Blue Hawk kickoff.
Well, we're back with you. The kickoff sails out of the end zone. Dickinson State, well, the last 2 drives, they go a total of 2 plays, and they go 2 plays and a total of 61 yards. And this drive, they go 3 plays and 66 yards, and they hit the PAT on both. Calderon a touchdown pass of 61, Clark a touchdown pass of 42, and the Hawks back to within 1 score, 22-14, with 6:02 left to go here in the football game.
And the Blue Hawks still with 2 timeouts. with 6 minutes left, so plenty of time for the Hawks. The defense needs to come up with a stop or a turnover to set themselves up with an opportunity to score and possibly tie the ball game up here late in the fourth.
Well, Mullen will go to work out of the shotgun. There's a fake of the handoff, and he's going to carry it straight ahead for about 25 to the 26. So Mullen will pick up 1 yard on the play. 105 yards rushing for Stout. They've thrown for 180 yards in this football game. Just under 300 total yards. Dickinson now Madler 391 yards passing, so the Hawks are over 400 yards in this football game with 14 points, most of it coming here in the fourth quarter when they were down 22-0. So 2nd and 9 at the 26. Stout ready to go to work. Long count. There's the snap. Back on the flat. Diving and nearly coming up with the interception. DeMarco, he played that perfectly. They were going on that sideline pattern. He got a hand on it and nearly came up with it, but it goes incomplete.
Well, the best part about that is that the clock stops. The Blue Hawks with an opportunity, if they can come up with the stop here on 3rd down, to get the football back around the 5-minute mark.
Well, they'll set up. I'm thinking here the guy I'd keep an eye on is Mullen, because he has run the ball well on 3rd down situations for Dickinson, or for Wisconsin-Stout.
Well, you maybe have one of those linebackers just kind of follow him and stalk him, I guess you could call it. Make sure he doesn't get free.
There's Mullen. There's the call again. Mullen's got it, but he's not going to get first down yardage.
Not even close. Didn't even get to the 30, and I believe the Hawks are going to get their second timeout, so they'll get the football back with over 5 minutes remaining. With 5:17 left here in the fourth quarter, the Hawks stop the clock. They'll get the football back.
So Dickinson State will get it back, trailing 22-14 on the CHI St. Alexius South scoreboard.
Well, exactly what the doctor ordered. Stout had an incomplete pass to stop the clock, and then the run couldn't convert on 3rd down. The Hawks take the timeout, so the Hawks still plenty of time. They've been quick strike here in the fourth quarter with their 2 touchdowns, so still a lot of time left to try and get on the board, get the 2-point conversion to tie it up.
So Dickinson State down 22-14 after 3 quarters of virtually non-existent offense. Madler has gotten fired up and gotten hot, and he's now completed 22 of 40, 391 yards, 2 touchdowns. The only negative is those 3 interceptions, and 2 of them coming from the 5-yard line into the end zone. 1 in the first half, 1 here in the second half. So Stout will punt it. Carls will drop back to do the punting. Hunter is standing back at his own 35-yard line. And again, ready to go to work. Hunter, the receiver. The punter, Carlslow, snap, he bobbles it, he picks it up, Dickinson State sacks him, back at the 19. Unbelievable, bad snap, and the Blue Hawks get it deep in the territory of Wisconsin-Stout, and that's a loss on the play of 10 yards on the play. On the bad snap, fumble, turnover. I guess that's considered a turnover, just a bad snap, so a turnover on downs. And Dickinson State will get the ball back at the Wisconsin-Stout 19-yard line, trailing 22-14. So let's see what the Blue Hawks do here. Madler will come up. Zuroff back in the backfield. Stout setting up with a 3-man front. Madler puts Stinson in motion. He rolls to his left. He looks to his left. He tucks it. He's got some room. He's got a man open. Stinson at the 10. Stinson run out of bounds at about the 7-yard line. Right at the 7, so that's a pickup of 12 on the play.
Well, the Blue Hawks that time sent Stinson in motion from left to right, and also going out to that right side was the running back, Zuroff, and the defensive back kind of came up to cover Zuroff, and Stinson just kind of sat down at the 10-yard line, and Madler finally came back to his right side and saw Stinson open, got the pass and the run inside the 10, and it's a 1st and goal for the Hawks.
So 1st and goal, Madler at the 7, gets the snap. They put Stinson in motion. They're going to hand it to Stinson. He breaks to the outside, gets inside the 5, and then he's going to be stood up there. So that'll be a pickup of 2 on the play on the run. That's the third run for Dickinson State from the line of scrimmage in the second half. 4.5 left to go. 22-14. Dickinson State has the ball at the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal at the 5. The 5-yard line hasn't been a good spot for Dickinson State. 2 interceptions have been thrown in the end zone by Madler from the 5-yard line. 1 in the first half, 1 in the second half. Let's see if Will can weave some magic here and get it going for a touchdown to get the Hawks back to within 2, and they probably would go for 2. We're going to put the wide receivers way out now. Meineke goes way out. Inside of him is Brown, excuse me. Now they look across the middle. They go down in there. Another interception. There's the pass picked off. Unbelievable. 4th interception of the ball game. Wow. So the Hawks got the big break on the bobbled punt, and Madler has thrown his 4th interception of the ball game in the end zone. 3 interceptions all in the end zone of the day. Unbelievable.
Coming up with the interception, the linebacker Braxton Minison.
Wow. Unbelievable play again by Stout.
Money Heisen, excuse me.
Yeah.
I had to go look at the pronunciation guide.
I said unbelievable play by Stout. And I don't know, they must know something. I mean, every time they've been at the 5-yard line, it's been an interception. 2 in the second half, 1 in the first half. I don't know what defense they play and what situation Will's reading, but he has not had success. So 22-14. So Stout gets it back. There's the handoff just straight ahead. And breaking to the outside to the 30-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 5 on the play for Stout.
And of course, Dickinson State down to just 1 timeout as the clock goes under 3.5 left to play.
Now the Hawks almost need a stop here on this series. If they can get a stop and get the ball back, they have an opportunity. But again, they can't throw interceptions in the end zone, and they've had 3 of them in the end zone today. That's almost unheard of. You don't see that very often, and we've seen it today.
Well, not only that, they had a long pass that would have set them up in good situation, come back due to a penalty, and then, of course, they've been deep in their own territory and unable to get out of their own territory, and has given Stout short yardage.
Hit coming up defensively on the ball carrier, number 40. That is Dahlgren. What a hit. As the ball carrier is dropped for a loss back to the 27-yard line, so that'll be a loss of 3 on the play.
Get loud for this
loss of 3.
Well, I would guess that Stout's probably going to try and keep this ball, either run it or run that little swing pass that they've been doing all afternoon to Devontae Evans and make sure to keep the clock rolling if they don't get the first down and force Dickinson State to call their final timeout.
Well, this is probably the play of the game right here. If they get a first down, the game is basically over with. If they don't, Dickinson State will get one more crack at it. There's the play out in the flat. There comes the flag. That'll be a holding penalty, but it's still well shy of first down yardage. The pickup will go from the 26. They just tackled, I think it was number 34 that time for Dickinson State, Medlock, and it was probably a good play. So Dickinson State on the stop will get the ball back with 2:11 remaining to play.
And the best part about this is the penalty also stops the clock.
So the penalty will stop the clock. The Blue Hawks will get it back.
It stops the clock. Dickinson State will get the football back, and then they'll also have the 2-minute timeout.
That's right.
So they do have a timeout left, plus the 2-minute timeout.
So the gain is for 2 yards.
And the Blue Hawks are going to burn their final timeout.
Okay, apparently it wasn't stoppage. It was in the
Well,
punt.
they stop the clock,
Yeah.
but once they get set, they start the clock. But they'll get the punt, and the Blue Hawks maybe will get a playoff before we get into that 2-minute timeout.
So we'll hang on here and see what happens. Let's take a 30-second break on KDIX and Consolidated. 22-14, Dickinson State. Moments ago looked like they were going to get 22-20, but another interception in the end zone stopped the drive by Dickinson State. Stout got it back, 3 and out. They'll punt it in 30 seconds on KDIX.
Your path might start at daybreak, getting everyone in their place. You may step out of bounds, or even out on your own. There will be big leaps forward and small steps focused on the grind. No matter what it looks like or where it goes, Your path is personal, and that's what makes it powerful. Brevera Bank, Insurance and Wealth. Forge your path.
All right, back with you. Carl's in again to punt. Better snap this time. There's the punt, a high end over end punt. Hunter's got some room. He'll take it at the 35, bring it back to the 40, and bring it back across the 45 to the 47. Got a flag down, so we're probably going to have a block to the back that time. Let's wait and see.
But the important thing is the clock is stopped with 2:03, so the Hawks will be able to get one offensive play in before the 2-minute timeout.
Holding Dickinson State.
That hold right where Hunter came up with the catch, and that'll back him up inside the 30 down to about the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 for Dickinson State at their own 27-yard line. That's where they'll go to work.
That's what I said.
After the flag, that brings up a 1st and 10 from the Blue Hawk 27.
And the ball in the hands of Madler, who has been hot and has not been hot. He's thrown a couple of long touchdown passes in this 4th quarter. He's thrown 3 interceptions in the end zone today, 4 total. And let's see what the Hawks do with 2:03 left to go. Madler again ready. Drops back, looking. He's got some time. Fires it out in the flat. He's got a receiver. That'll be close to 1st down yardage. And coming up with the reception, I think that's Meineke over there. Is that number 15? That is Meineke coming up with it 16, so that'll be a 9-yard completion. And then we're at 1:58, so the 2-minute break is upon us. Dickinson State has battled back, threatening again and seeing if they can tie this game up with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. They were just 5 yards away earlier in the 4th quarter from doing that, but threw an interception in the end zone. And we'll take a 30-second break, Tristan. Let's take a 30-second break on the CHI St. Alexius Health scoreboard. Back and consolidated in KDIX in 30 seconds.
When is a speed bump a good thing? When it's a free speed bump from Consolidated. Now, for a limited time, you can get a free bump in your internet speed to 1 gig to try for 3 months. Even if you currently have 100 meg, you can bump that speed all the way to 1 gig for no additional charge. It's a free upgrade that only comes once a year, so call now and get in on the free speed bump. Call Consolidated at 483-4000.
An enthusiastic comeback by the Hawks in the 4th quarter. As we said just moments ago, they got down to the 5-yard line, 22-14. Looked like they were going to take it in, but again, the 5-yard line 3 times today. They have been in the red zone 3 times. Madler has thrown an interception in the end zone. And you don't see that from Will at all, but you know what? Some days it happens. So they gave him a 1st down on that, so that will be 1st down for Dickinson State, number 19. They only had 5 1st downs in the 1st half, 19 of them now in the ball game. So Madler goes to work, 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line. And no timeout, so the Hawks have to work quickly. They got about 7 guys back deep now. Madler goes out there. He's got a receiver in the middle of the field. That's Clark. And he's going to take it to the 48-yard line. 14-yard reception on that. 1st down, number 20 for Dickinson State.
Of course, that stops the clock, and as they move the chains, they give the Hawks a chance to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Madler looking. He's got time. He's scrambling. He's going to throw that underneath the receiver that time. They had Zuroff out there, and also out there was Calderon, and it goes incomplete. 25 for 44, 426, 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions for Madler.
And if I remember right, 56 pass attempts, I think, is a school record that Hayden Gibson set in that wild playoff game in Iowa about 3-4 years ago.
Wasn't it Kansas Wesleyan, I think?
Yeah, Kansas Wesleyan. There you go.
2nd down and 10. I remember that game. Hawks were on the verge of heading to the semifinals. There's a pass on the flat. It's going to go out. Zuroff catches it. Good smart play by Zuroff. It'll be a short game, but he does get out of bounds. It's 2-down territory, so that's a 3-yard pickup on the play.
Unfortunately, 3rd down, the Hawks have not had a lot of success. I believe they're like 2 of 12, 2 of 14, something like that in 3rd down conversions, and a 0 of 3 or 0 of 4 on 4th down.
22-14, Dickinson State down by 8. We're down 22-0 with 10 minutes left, and they have rallied back strong, but they need some help right now, and Madler looking deep. He goes down there. He's got a receiver trying to come up with it that time. That is Zuroff out of the backfield. And that was down at about the 10-15-yard line, but ran out of real estate and it goes incomplete. So it comes down to this play right here. 4th down and 7 for Dickinson State. And the ball at the 43-yard line of Wisconsin-Stout. So 4th and 3, minute 34 remaining to play.
And if Madler would have looked to his right, he had Samaj Clark wide open on the right side. It would have been close to 1st down yardage.
Veteran quarterback Will Madler trying to get 7 yards to keep Dickinson State's hopes alive. 22-14. A minute 35 left to go. Here's the pressure. Madler steps away from it. Madler scrambles around. Madler just throws it up for grabs, and it's incomplete. Pass interference will be the call. 2 guys just ran over the top of the intended receiver for Dickinson State University. And that was number 8, and that is Clark, Samaj Clark. And the ball will go back into a 15-yard penalty, and that should give Dickinson State a 1st down.
And a smart play by Clark that time as the ball was underthrown, had the defender between himself and the football, and he was able to initiate the contact, and the defender never looked back. And the Blue Hawks get the interference call, and they'll get the 1st down via penalty. So a break for Dickinson State, and a smart play that time by Clark as the ball was kind of uncatchable, but he came back and the defender was between him and the football, and the defender didn't make a play on the football, and Clark got the pass interference call in the 1st down.
So 1st down and 10, 28-yard line of Stout. Madler back out in the flat. He's got Stinson at the 20. Fights his way inside the 20, close to 1st down yardage. So that'll be a 10-yard completion on his 47th pass attempt.
I think he's going to be about a half yard short of 1st down yardage. So the Hawks need to get right to the line as we click down to the 1-minute mark here in the 4th.
Madler looking. Got time, scrambling. He gets away. No, he doesn't. That's a sack all the way back at the 30. Now you got to get up 3rd down. You still got 2 downs there. So they'll get the receivers back, and that'll be a loss on the play. Dickinson State loses 10 on that play, so a -10, so 3rd down and 12 for Dickinson State at the 30. 45 seconds left to go. Madler looks to the sideline. You don't want to rush it. You got some time. Again, you want to maybe get this one on the sideline or get it across the middle, get a 1st down and spike it. Madler back to pass, looking, scrambling. He's got time, still scrambling. Gets it out on the flat. He's got a receiver. He got to get out of bounds. Did he get out of bounds? Yes, he did. With 22 seconds remaining, it'll be a short pickup, but he just had to get the clock stopped, so that'll go. What do we got? Penalty holding? Probably a holding penalty. Let's wait and see what the call will be.
Well, the Blue Hawks aren't moving back, so maybe it's a late hit on the quarterback.
Let's wait and see. Personal foul. Yep, that's what it is. Roughing the passer.
So another break for Dickinson State. That's their 2nd penalty where they have picked up a 1st down. So Stout kind of shooting themselves in the foot.
Dickinson State on the verge of getting to within 2 points with 22 seconds remaining to play. 1st and 10, and they spot the ball at the Stout 14-yard line.
Well, you're going to have to go into the end zone or to the sideline, because if it's in the field of play, probably not going to get another play off.
Well, let's see. Is Stout going to take a timeout here? Let's wait and see. So let's wait and see what the call is. I don't know what they're pointing at. The play clock, the time clock. I think they got to put some time back on the clock.
On the game clock. 22 seconds.
9th play of the drive.
Oh, they put an extra second on the clock.
It was 22 when it started, and then they stopped it. I don't know why they stopped it, to be honest with you. Stinson will come back in.
Well, they stopped it on the penalty.
Okay, Meineke will check out. Okay, that's what it was. So Dickinson State 14 yards away from getting back to within 2 points. Here comes the pressure. Madler looking in the end zone, going back there for Stinson, but he just threw it away. Down to 19 seconds. Beat 2nd down, but again, good throw by Madler. You stop the clock. It wasn't there, so just throw it away.
Only took 3 seconds off the clock there as they tried to throw it into the corner to the wide receiver Stinson, but just threw it too far out in front of it.
Yeah, and I think Madler saw the coverage also and realized that he wasn't going to get it there, so he just burned the incompletion, his 48th pass, 49th pass of the game, up and coming here. He drops back. He's got time again. That time he threw it. A little bit of confusion there. Stinson went towards the little pylon, and Madler threw it behind him towards the yard marker, so it goes incomplete. So he'll bring up a third down situation for Dickinson State. 22-14. Hawks were down with 10 minutes left. 22-0. Got back to 22-14. Had an opportunity when Stout buffed the punt, and Dickinson drove to the 5-yard line with over 4.5 left. And Madler threw his third interception in the end zone of the game, and the Hawks could have gotten back to within 2, and a 2-point conversion would have tied it. They're trying to do it again here, so it'll bring up a third down situation. Madler again goes towards the end zone, going for Clark. He got him! Touchdown, Dickinson State! Wow! 14-yard touchdown pass to Clark. Madler's 50th pass of the ball game. 454 yards, 3 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. This is truly a crazy day for Will Madler. Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, is that what it is?
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't ask me which one is which, but the Blue Hawks now with that 2-point conversion opportunity.
Well, they need this, but nonetheless, what a great comeback it's been. Now Stout's going to take a timeout on the CHI St. Alexius South scoreboard. Dickinson State to within 2 points on the CHI St. Alexius South scoreboard. So Dickinson State again. We'll just keep it right here.
Boy, what a catch that time by Clark. A one-handed catch down the sideline, able to pull it in, get to his chest, and bring the second hand in as he kept 1 foot in the blue turf in the end zone. But a big play for Dickinson State to get back within 2, and who'd have thought with trailing 22-0 that this was even going to be a possibility. But the Blue Hawks in the final, 4:44, just under 5 minutes, have put up 20 points, and if you're a Blue Hawk fan, hopefully it turns over to 22.
All right, we'll see what happens.
I looked down to the sideline and I saw number 9 on the sideline. And I'm thinking, what's Will Madler doing on the sideline? But I forgot they've got duplicate numbers.
And the Blue Hawks going for 2, 22-20, 13 seconds left. It'll either be Stout's win or overtime. That's where we're at. Long count by Madler. There's the snap. He rolls to his right. He looks in the end zone, scrambles across, and the ball batted away. Great defensive play, and the 2-point conversion not good. Good play by the Hawks, just a better defensive play, and Stout will hold on for a 22-20 victory.
Dawson Goodman, the defensive back, with the defensive play of the game for Stout. And Dickinson State, with 13 seconds left, has to try the onside kick, and that's the only chance they have of coming back to win this one.
Yeah, what a great comeback. And those 2-point conversions, you're never sure what's happening. And Madler rolled to his right, threw it to the back of the end zone, but the defensive man was there, and he made the play and broke it up. So the onside kick will be upcoming here for Dickinson State.
Well, this is like last year. Dickinson State late made the drive to come away with the victory. Today they made the late drive to try for the overtime, but Stout able to make the defensive play as Goodman able to knock it away and forced Dickinson State to try the onside kick. And the Blue Devils are going to have all 11 guys between the 40 and the 50.
Well, onside kicks don't work all the time. Most of the time they don't work, but you never know. You got to try it anyway and see if you can get it done.
Well, they are going to put a guy back deep inside the 25.
Yeah, you probably want somebody back just in case it rolls through, bounces around, comes loose, and number 89 is going to fall on top of it. A good play by 89, and that is Caleb Tim, their starting tight end, and he gets on top of it, and there will be your final score, 22-20. Dickinson State trails. They didn't get the 2-point conversion, and that will bring our game to the final score. What a wild fourth quarter here. Wisconsin-Stout led 22-0 with
not even the fourth quarter, the last 5 minutes.
led 22-0 with 10 minutes left, and the Blue Hawks got 20, tried for 2 to make it 22, didn't get it. So a non-conference loss, and of course the conference is what you're looking for, but they would have liked to have gone 3-0. They're going to go to 2-1 in Wisconsin-Stout. Well, comes into town. The Hawks won last year, 24-21. They did it at Stout, coming from behind, and Stout, well, they win 22-20, holding off Dickinson State in the fourth quarter, and we have our final score of 22-20 on the CHI St. Alexius Health scoreboard. We're going to come back with our post-game show and wrap up a wild final 15 minutes of action in the fourth quarter, but Stout gets the knockdown of the two-point conversion to hold on after recovering the onside kick, and they'll win it. They go to 1-1. Dickinson State goes to 2-1, and we will head to the post-game show. We'll be back in 3 minutes on Consolidated and KDIX.
Hey folks, it's Rob Wilkinson, Danport Motors 58601, and we are excited. The all-new 2024 and 2025 models have hit the ground. Look at this new Tacoma, brand new design, lots of power. We even have interest rates as low as 1.9 on select models. The all-new Honda Pilot has also hit the ground, and it's quieter and more comfortable than the last one. Come on out and see us at Dan Porter Motors, where your trade values are still sky high. And remember, free car washes for life at Dan Porter Motors 58601.
The Eagles Club in downtown Dickinson is the best place to get together with your friends and enjoy a nice cold beverage any time of the day. They have weekly lunch specials from 11 to 1:30 and beer and wings Thursdays from 5 to 9. The Eagles is also available for your special event. Call now to reserve your date. You'll find everything the Eagles is planning on their Facebook page, and you can check out their monthly calendar to see all the entertainment and events going on. Whether you're looking for something different for lunch or something fun to do with your friends, try the Eagles in downtown Dickinson.
Have to save that for the next game, I guess. And Willie, non-conference finale for Dickinson State, and I believe Wisconsin-Stout also goes back into conference play now. So again, Wisconsin-Stout through 3 quarters. I mean, they just took care of business. And the fourth quarter, Dickinson State took care of business. And man, you think about the Blue Hawks losing by 2. Will Madler had 3 passes picked off in the end zone, and all passes that he had picked off were from the 5-yard line in the red zone. And, man, that's a lot of points you leave on the board, but give Stout credit. And then he had a great opportunity on the 2-point conversion with 13 seconds left in regulation. Had the receiver in the back of the end zone, and Stout's defensive back just came across and made a great play and batted it away at the last second. That made the score 22-20, and it stayed that way in the final 13, and Stout goes to 1-1, and the Blue Hawks go to 2-1 on the season and head to conference play in 2 weeks. They have a bye week next week. All right, let's take a look at our scoring in the first half. Luke Kuhl hit a couple of field goals, both in the second quarter to make it 6-0, one from 34 and one from 45, one coming with 9:58 left and the other with 7:59. Then Adam Moen hit a nice pass right before the end of the first half with 11 remaining to play to Hawkinson of 18 yards. A PAT conversion of 2 points, not good. That made it 12-0. And then again, they went to Luke Kuhl out of the break, and they got a touchdown pass to Leckler before the Kuhl PAT attempt, which was good, to Bennett Leckler for 24 yards, and 9:43 left to go in the third quarter. It was 19-0. Then with 11 seconds left in the third quarter, Luke Kuhl hit a field goal to 27. That made it 22-0, and at the time, everybody was thinking, well, the Hawks did nothing offensively through 3 quarters. It'll be clear sailing for Stout, but the Hawks had a different story. In the final 10 minutes, they trailed with 9:38 left to go. The Blue Hawks were down 22-0. Will Madler hit Adrian Calderon for 54 yards, a 2-play drive. The PAT attempt was good. That made it 22-7 with 9:38. Then the Hawks got it back